ora, good morning everybody. Ben O'Brien Leaf here at CET Arena on behalf of Whakata Maori and Basketball New Zealand, Day 2 of the National Championships. It is fascinating stuff here in Palmerston North. Yesterday everybody got a run around and today they get down to business. Here on Court 5 we have 4 games for you live streamed and they are as follows. Pool D, the AA girls, Mount Albert versus St Mary's. Pool A, the boys, Dunstan High and Kura Kaupapa Maori or Raumata. Game 3 to be live streamed. Pool D, the AA boys, Mount Roskill versus St Bede's, and the A girls. Quarterfinals to follow. First in Pool B versus fourth in Pool A. The commentary talent fitting for the occasion. Experts in the field: Maya Williamson, Mel Bennett, Stacey Lambert, great Jets captain of old, Crystal Ledger Walker, Sam Watkins, Josh Thompson, Ryan Doubledham. It's a privilege to sit alongside them. You guys are going to love them. They'll take you by the hand and you'll love Day 2. All good?
For New Zealand Secondary School Nationals, kicking it off this morning, we have Mount Albert Grammar versus St Mary's in our pool game. I'm Maya Williamson and I'm here with the fantastic Mel Bennett. Kia ora, Mel.
Kia ora, morena, morena, morena. E te iwi, nau mai whakatau mai, ki tēnei hōtaka. I'm really excited to watch both of these teams play this morning. Obviously, St Mary's had a real close one in overtime with Takapuna Grammar yesterday. And then for Mount Albert Grammar, or Mags, I'm excited to watch Waimanu Clarkin to see what she can bring this morning.
Yep, she had an electric day yesterday. Mags had 2 wins and she had 20 points and then 23 points.
Wow.
And then this St Mary's team, like you mentioned, had an overtime loss to Takapuna and Bailey Flavel. But they did have, basically just
Bailey Flavel,
yep.
50 points.
Yep, and but they did have a win against Sacred Heart, a 2-point win. So
excellent.
They'll be searching for a third, and Mags obviously want to keep their unbeaten stretch to no surprise. Awesome. So, do you want to kick us off with the St Mary's team list, Mel? Sure.
So for St Mary's Wellington this morning, coached by Steve Graham. So then we've got 10 Ashley Fetesi-Manu, 11 Maya Taylor, 12 Tyra Onesemo, 13 Macy Pau, 14 Gerardine Matafio-Solia, 21 Christina Leao-Pepesua, 22 Dylan Asi, 23 Maiki Kātene, 25 Isabella Avai-Toa, who was injured today, and 31 Tatiana Mariko, 32 Sonic Leah Russell, and 33 Kastana Leota.
Well done. We'll head over to the Mount Albert Grammar side now. We've got 4 Peyton Uri, 6 Gianna Tiatia, 7 Eminia Tiatia, 8 Lara Poppy Kokalamali, 10 Sienna Rose Tariwa, 11 Phoenix Kaipo, 12 Jezreel Mayu, 14 Waimanu Clarkin, 16 Georgia Field, 17 Maya Lemafa, 19 Nadia Rosa Inari, 21 Nia Roberts, and they are coached by Brent Lay.
I'm just looking at the matchups already, and the St Mary's team look like a very physical kind of, just the size and strength of the players. So it's interesting to see how aggressive they're going to be this morning and how well Team Grey is going to officiate this game to make sure that it stays, nice and clean. And we've got a shorter lineup with Mount Albert Grammar. So are they like the 5 of doom that's just got to run all day?
I'm kind of getting those vibes already. And then, Waimanu is a sharpshooter. She can absolutely punish some teams. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes. In the grey there, we have Jaden Rosanowski, a Christchurch legend, and Nick Choi over on the other side from Harbour. We love Team Grey.
So Brent Lay travels away this weekend with the Junior Tall Blacks, and he's helping out with that team. So he's got a big few weeks ahead of him.
Yeah, big couple weeks. Right, we'll get underway at Mount Albert Grammar straight away.
Beautiful dime pass from Waimanu Clarkin onto Georgia Few.
And looks like they're going to be in a 2-3 zone here to start. And works really well, really aggressive defense there, and they're in trans already.
Notably, there's a few teams that have been showing up with zone.
Yep. For sure. Wow, an athletic finish there from Waimanu to her preferred left hand. Mags looks sharp already this morning.
They're running a 4 high set with 2 all when they've got a post pop.
Lots of movement. Nice ball reversal. It's a great look though.
It is.
Can't be unhappy with that. Nice little pistol action, gets Waimanu open. She's a great 3-point shooter, so if you can get those looks for her, you're happy. We take them all day.
You know, by now, early morning game, these girls have already had 2 games yesterday, and especially St. Mary's having 2 close ones.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine that their starting lineup in particular would have got some heavy load in terms of minutes. So see if they can get up and down the court. We already see that there's some tired bodies out there, and we're only a minute and a half into the game.
It's going to be hard, that's for sure. Nice roll up there, although helping from strong side leaves the corner open. So Mags take an early 7-0 start. Just under 2 minutes have passed. St. Mary's still searching for their first bucket. They've had a couple of good looks.
Yeah, defence is reading, you know, the pass entries very well. And you're just wondering whether they got to get some more side-to-side action, some inside touches, and then kick it out. And I'm just wondering if they don't score here and Mags get another look, is coach going to time out?
Probably, I would say, right.
And
Coach.
that would be a win for Mags for sure if he times
definitely.
out.
You're happy with that, right?
Yeah.
Coach Steve Graham, dad of Tegan Graham, who was a part of the Queens this year, the Tokomanoa Queens in the Tauihi League.
Yes, and congratulations to Tegan, who's in Sweden at the moment and
nice.
doing a 6-month contract. So we wish you all the best, Tegan, for your next contract. How amazing is that?
Nice pass and transition there. They play some really nice transition basketball. Great finish and no timeout just yet. Sometimes it's nice to trust your players and see what they can do to bring this momentum back themselves. So they've got a little too high set now. Get touch inside. I just think everything is quite telegraphed for them at the moment.
Yeah.
I think Mags are not having a hard time reading where the ball's going.
They're struggling with the zone for sure. Like,
wow, Waimanu shifty.
Waimanu.
She is incredible. So shifty. Just returned back from a stint in Japan for the 3x3.exe Cup. And we see our first foul call of the game on Waimanu.
I think it'll be interesting to see Mount Albert Grammar match up with Takapuna Grammar.
Yeah.
So they've been battling it out all season, obviously in their own zone, but they've had wins and losses against each other, like one overtime game. Mags have won by 2 in another one, so it'll be the Waimanu versus Bailey Flavel.
Oh, that'll be exciting to see.
Entertainment debacle, so we'll see how that goes.
Do we know when that is?
It's either today or tomorrow.
That'll be exciting. I'm excited for that as Waimanu extends the lead now to 13-0 with a really nice finish in transition.
I've got it currently sitting at maybe 8 out of those 13 points and creating another 4.
That's Waimanu. We knew she was going to come out and do that. Nice take there by Christiana. Just can't get that one to go. Kind of forcing anything they possibly can at this point. And you can definitely see the fatigue. You know, and that not only affects your physical bodies, but also your decision making.
I see coaches opting to actually rotate some players in rather than. And one of his players just walked off the court.
She must be tired.
Yeah, fatigue setting in for sure.
Well, yeah, two really close games yesterday. You know, they've already exerted a lot of energy. Both teams finished second in their qualifying tournaments respectively. Nice dish off pass in there. Can't get the finish to go, but that was a really nice dime by Georgia Fuel. St. Mary's still searching for their first kapite, first bucket of the game. Nice pass. Oh, nice.
Nice dish off.
Well done. So finally they get their first bucket on the board. Could spark a little bit of momentum here. Can be hard when you start off dry like that. Nice split kick extra. Boom. Kuru, Fifi, Turu. Georgia Fuel. That was some nice basketball, wasn't it, Mel?
It was. I'm just wondering if we're going to see a timeout.
You'd be calling a timeout at this point?
There's still a lot of game left though, so maybe he's saving for the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm assuming he'll use a good amount of his timeouts in order to get a break for his players. Nice ball movement here from the St. Mary's side.
Nice.
Well done.
Looking better.
So 2 buckets in a row for Tyra Onesimu there. A really nice finish on her right hand. And okay, to no surprise, Waimanu again. I feel like a broken record.
No, she's definitely a solid presence for her team.
Nice little double screen action there. Good hustle. And gets the and one to go. Maya Taylor with a lovely finish there. Cool name. So we see that here. Nicely done.
Yes.
You take what you can get, right? Down 12 now, but now up to 6, which is good for St. Mary's. With a Kuru Totoku here. Good on that one. Very nice. Maya Taylor, a young gun, attended the under-15 nationals this year, so big future ahead of her. High on ball for Waimanu, shows her handles. Yep, and she's all over her on that one. Good call, Nick Choi.
I'm just wondering, because we've seen the entrance of number 5 for Mount Albert Grammar into the game, and she's actually not on our...
Oh, she's not on our
list here. So we'll have to find out who she is.
That would be nice.
I have seen her at regional camp this year. So she has some good, really good skills and fundamentals.
Right. Would be nice to figure out which one that is, because we want to respect her, give her some credit. Mags opting to stay in their 2-3 zone.
Oh, just an overpass there.
I like that they're looking for that though.
They're off again. Oh, nice pull up.
Oh, double rims.
I know.
They're the worst. I like the way that St. Mary's is moving the ball. You can tell they're looking to go inside, but just struggling a little bit with it at the moment. Yep, Mag's just able to anticipate everything they're throwing.
Opts to go over to the right-hand side to finish her layout.
Classic.
Seen that a little bit this tournament, where the girls are favouring their more dominant hand to make sure that they finish in transition.
Not a terrible idea. Again, more ball movement. They only have 5 seconds to work with here and just powers her way through.
Nice rebound as well to make sure she gets the finish. So still at a 13-point deficit, 22-9.
Tatiana Marako there, 22 points in the game against Kaupapa Grammar yesterday. Well done there from St. Mary's to strip that off. Now they have an opportunity just to close the gap a little bit more. Pretty tough pass to make, but recovered well.
I think if they use more pass fakes, that they may get, Mount Albert Grammar out of position and just feed the ball inside.
I agree. Mount Abergramma are biting on everything, so, you know, the classic old fake a pass to make a pass.
Exactly.
So some subs come back in. I won't be surprised if he rotates bodies pretty quickly today.
We call that the fake and make.
Oh, is that what you call it? The fake and make.
No, I just made that up.
Mel likes to do these things where she just makes up random sayings. Even Stevens came out yesterday.
Oh, that's an old one.
That's an old one.
That's an old one. Even Stevens.
We're bringing it back. A little bit of a... I'm not sure what's happening here. I don't know what...
Oh, we're looking at nails, I believe.
It's hard to tell from here what's going on.
I thought he was looking at her hair. Her plait.
All right, well, I have confirmation from Geordie that Maya Lamafa...
Number 17 is actually number 5. Thanks.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Well, I can't quite tell what is going on here.
You have an unusual stoppage and we'll figure out what's going on.
It's hard to tell from across the court. Looks like there's a lot of debate going on. Is it that? Can't be the nail.
It's her nails, but she needs to sub off so the game can continue.
Is she just over there chopping her nails? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, she needs to sub out.
Probably quite an unusual sight. Can't say I've seen this happen before.
She must have scratched someone.
Yeah, there must have been some kind of blood or something for him to be able to point that out. So she's over there chopping them away. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Nonetheless, we continue on.
Oh, got a little bit of
congestion going on. Maya Lamafa battling her way through, but well done for St. Mary's, all over her. Oh.
I think that's the second kind of turnover where they've tried to get penetration into the keyhole and there's someone just waiting there to meet them with physicality.
Yeah, physicality, big strong bodies. Ball in the hands of trusted Waimanu. You can always count on her to make something work.
Oh.
And, yep, all over her on that one. Does a really good job to create her own shot off the dribble.
I wonder if they'll look to maybe no-catch her.
I would. I mean, no harm, no foul in trying, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Saw Hamilton girls pull out that number on Bailey Flavel in their game against Takapuna yesterday.
Almost double-teaming as well.
I mean, it's kind of the only way you can guard Bailey Flavel, right?
It wore her down eventually.
Yeah, I mean, she played 45 minutes in the first game in her overtime win, scored all 10 points in their overtime stint. That in and itself is tiring enough. Waimanu good on the free throw. The extends the lead out now. I think it should be 23-9 if I'm not mistaken.
And she's already in double digits for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And it's only the first quarter.
I know.
St. Mary's still having to battle against this zone. They're moving the ball really well, moving themselves well as well. And that's a great take. Probably wanted to play off two there. That was quite a hard, unbalanced shot. Georgia Field just bullies her way through and gets an open lane. St. Mary's look to answer here. Just over a minute left to play. It'd be nice if they can get a couple buckets before the quarter time. Kind of close this gap a little bit more.
I think for this pool in particular, it's going to be the battle of who actually finishes second and third.
Yeah.
Because, you know, obviously Hamilton girls in the same pool, who had two wins yesterday.
Yeah.
One very convincing, and then the one against Takapuna Grammy yesterday, which was quite close.
Yeah.
Mount Albert Grammar, Takapuna Grammar. So St. Mary's being, you know, 1-1, they'll need to try and kind of keep the scoreline as narrow as possible in case it goes to a potential three-way tie, especially because it's points for and against.
And it could possibly go that way, right?
It could. I think this pool's actually quite
That's the beauty of tournaments though, eh?
Yes.
You have pool plays like that. Nice O-board there. Offensive tūrapa for Georgia Field, and she'll get the foul and go to the line for 2. See that one more time. One manu with the mid-range. Well done. Nice position there. And good on the first kuru tautoku.
So we're looking at potentially a 120-point game.
Yeah, that's...
if they're allowed to keep scoring like this for Mount Albert Grammar.
Really high scoring in the first quarter here.
Yeah,
29 points in a
quarter. For a
quarter.
girls' game to have 29 points in the first quarter.
Sometimes you're happy with 29 points and a half.
Yes. Well, you look at Rosmini.
Oh!
Wow.
Take that.
Take that. I was just saying, you look at Rosmini's game last night against Hamilton Boys, it was 25 all at the half.
Really? 25 all at the half. Oh, that's right. 9-9 after the first quarter, eh?
Yes.
Man.
So, very low-scoring game, and this team's already got 29.
The girls are showing them how it's done.
At the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, 29-13 at the end of the first. Big first quarter for Mags and Waimanu Clark especially.
I think Georgia Fuse actually had a great input for that quarter as well. And you've got to wonder what Coach Steve Graham is now saying to his team to... still cutting nails over there and needs some assistance. So hopefully she can get that right before the next quarter, because she can be a dominant inside presence so she can get going. But first she's got to get her nails
First she's got to
sorted.
get the nails done. What a gutting experience having to get ready and nice and new nails. Yeah, but like you said, Mel, it'll be interesting to see what St Mary's come up with here. Obviously they had they still scored 13 points against the zone, which, you know, especially after not scoring for 5 minutes is good. You know, they had a little bit more momentum, but they did struggle definitely against Mags 2-3.
Yeah, just kind of struck. Like at the beginning of the game, they absolutely, like you said, couldn't get anything going. And gosh, I'm just looking over how tidy Mount Albert Grammar's bags are over there on the table. Like,
wow, well done.
Obviously, legendary managers got them all organised.
Can't say my bench ever looks like that, eh?
I want one of those trolley things over there where, you know, your manager chucks everything in there and wheels it around all day. That's cute.
Might need to invest in one of those.
Yeah. Speaking of managers, I saw Rosmini's got a manager wears gloves.
Gloves.
Ready to go in case there's a blood incident. That's just super organised.
Yeah, well, we've seen some pretty great managers here. And when you think about it, managers, I reckon they're pretty make or break. A good manager is so valuable.
I'm staying with somebody, Kat Wills. She's the manager for the junior Torfeens, and she's helping out with Westlake Girls this week. Yeah. They've got like 2 or 3 managers on their bench.
Oh, my goodness.
They're super organised. I just want to be part of that team because how good their managers are.
Well, they're a huge part of it, and it takes a big load off the coach when you have a really efficient manager. I'm actually unsure what is happening over on the score bench. I think there may...
You think it's the number confusion with Maya? Because
she's 17 down here, yeah. But it looks like everyone is sorted and happy.
Unless it's a points check, because both score sheets from managers went over. Who knows?
Who knows, but sorted. So we will head into the second quarter now. And St Mary's will have a chance to close this gap first of all. And if I was Mags, I'd stay in that 2-3. You know, it's working.
For sure.
So, and looks like they will. So St Mary's going to have to kick up something different here if they want to chip away at this lead a little bit. Nicely done. And gets her overboard. That was a lovely take. And they have another second chance here. Maya Taylor kind of having to force up something, yeah. And another offensive tūrapa.
Wow.
So 2 pretty tough shots originally, but they managed to get their own O-boards.
Oh, and they've come out to some extended pressure here.
Well done.
Oh, excellent.
Yep.
So, we might see another deflection, but I think they need to keep applying pressure just to slow Mount Albert Grammar down a little bit. Layer on that anxiety level of having people rushing at you.
Definitely, and it obviously worked for them just then with the forcing a turnover. Now it's the offensive side where they need to get things done as well. Nice look inside there for Taira Onesimu. Nice little handoff action there. Looks like St. Mary's have now gone to a 2-3 zone themselves. 6 seconds to work with here for Mags. Gonna have to put something up. Maya Lamafo, no good. So a good defensive position there for Mags, for St. Mary's, sorry. Not many options there. Really nice ball movement for St. Mary's.
They've got a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
Interesting thing with zone defense, though, is, with man-to-man, you're naturally assigned a player to box out.
Yeah.
This is what happens with a zone. It's a little bit more kind of space marking, so they actually have to find a player as soon as a shot goes up, and that's sometimes where offensive boards come into play and you get some second chance opportunity.
Yeah, we've seen that already, right?
Yeah.
In the first 2 minutes, St. Mary's have got a few offensive rebounds and given themselves a second chance. And their pressure has caused yet another turnover. So within the first 2 minutes, a couple of forced errors here for Mags. Nice seal inside there. Onesimo gets it to go.
They're a little bit more patient now. So
Definitely. Nice flash in the middle. Great way to break a press. And now they're away with the races. Waimanu, tough shot though.
But that's what you want press to do, is to rush decisions like that and then force a turnover.
100%. St. Mary's can be very happy with their start of this quarter.
Oh, and reaching in.
I mean, not a terrible foul. Yet we'll see the replay of that as Waimanu looks to go in trans and then just hands all over her. Not terrible though, like I said, slows the translate down a little bit and minimalises the damage that she can do. So they'll have a full 24 as it was in the backcourt.
Probably good though that she stopped her up there, chopped her up a little bit so she couldn't get
exactly
a layup down the other end.
Nice kick out to the corner. Waimanu, a good shooter. That's a good look for her. And like we said,
nice
offensive
footwork.
rebounds in the zone. I've been very impressed with Georgia Field so far. Plays her role very nicely. Nice little step through there.
She must be the silent assassin of the team.
Got to, eh? There's always one.
Yes.
So Christiana Leota is back in the game. The nails have been clipped.
Let's see what impact she can make inside.
Again, nice ball movement, penetrates, great find. And she looks to reseal. Kuru Whiwhituru, no good there for Gerardine. I like that look though, but again,
yes. I'd like to see Kristana actually seal and post.
Yeah, definitely.
Post players to draw some attention, to get somebody else open. Just to even get an inside catch and either look to turn off her left shoulder or her right shoulder and then draw someone else and then kick it out for an
100%. And well, Mags don't really have anybody near the size of her to match her, so might as well take advantage of the mismatch. Great ball movement here from Mags, nice and patient. That's a great look. No good on the Kuri Whiwhituru, but again, offensive rebounds in a zone.
Oh, nice rebound.
Yeah, Georgia just so athletic. Able to crash the boards and then get a nice balanced shot up. Little runner there, no good.
Almost a carried ball there.
Almost. Waimanu will pull a mid-range. Not having a lot of success this quarter. with a really hot start. Nice inside-out action here. Tries to bully her way through, but that's a really tough shot to make. Well defended by Mags. So St. Mary's hot start slowed down a little bit now.
Oh.
High flash. Yeah, good. We love to see it.
Yes.
Only 5 seconds now to work with, and well defended. Georgia does not look happy with that shot there.
She's walking back thinking that she actually did not get a deflection there.
Yep, so tipped off St. Mary's. The ball will stay with Mags, but they only have 3 seconds to get a shot up now. Plenty of time for a dribble in the shot. Gonna have to throw something up. Good luck though.
So Waimanu and Georgia have not yet had a sub.
I imagine they play a lot of minutes. Especially in the first half. Nothing too comfortable yet.
Yeah, they need to check their spacing out too, St. Mary's, because they're drifting in a little bit, which, you know, it doesn't move the defence at all. It makes it easier to mark you. So I'd like to see their players, instead of being in the short corner, actually being out in the corner.
Totally agree, especially in a zone, right? Like they've only got one space to mark, and just like as you said before, Waimanu now finally gets a break. Don't imagine she'll be on the bench for very long though.
I wonder if he'll rotate her back in for Georgia shortly.
Wouldn't be surprised. Not a lot of transition basketball for either of these teams. We saw a bit at the start from Mags, but they've kind of slowed down a little bit now.
Yes.
Spacing again, very congested. Only 6 seconds to work with here. Going to have to kind of force something, and Georgia Field does a good job at that. Created something out of nothing.
She's got that like little right-left kind of footwork going on that throws the defence off a little bit.
Definitely. Lead now out to 33-17. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this quarter. And another turnover for the St. Mary's side. We'll just see here again, Georgia creating something out of nothing. Yeah, really nice footwork, like you said. So interestingly enough, still no timeout called by the St. Mary's side, Val. Would you have taken a timeout at this point, do you think?
Probably in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I would have taken one just to settle the team down a little bit, because you know you saw the body language start to change when Mount Albert Grammar went on that lead. And then we've got another stoppage now. So we've got personnel from both teams at the score bench asking questions with Amy over there.
Amy, Queen Amy. Unsure again what this is about, but it looks like she is sorting it.
I'd be huddling up if I was players. I'd be.
Yeah.
It's got the coach questioning the score bench. I'm not actually too sure, but it looks like a little bit of discrepancy, and Amy's not having it.
Look like she's standing her ground.
She is.
Well done, Queen. So St. Mary's again, they'll be in this 1-2-2. Broken well though by Mags, led by Georgia Fuel.
Oh.
But again, like you said,
another rush shot.
Yeah. So it's affecting their decision making, not only just forcing errors. And now St. Mary's really want to capitalise with an offensive possession here.
Got some double cut action going on, and I think that's just a decoy to try and shift the defence.
Well done. I really like that inside-out action. A nice little kick out by Kristana, and a good little mid-range shot, which will cause Mags to call a timeout. So
I imagine he'd get Waimanu back in to help alleviate the pressure getting the ball up the floor.
100%.
And probably suggest putting Georgia Few back there to get the first inside catch. Maybe have a lag reversal option, and then, yeah, just to get the ball up the floor safely, and they're not putting up rush shots down the other end.
Definitely. I mean, after you break the pressure, the best thing is then to be patient afterwards.
Yes.
So even if they don't force errors, they've had a couple of shots after they've broken the pressure that are hard contested shots to make. I believe score possibly should be 33-19, but again, could be wrong. Either way, still a pretty comfortable lead here for Mount Albert Grammar. Coach Brent Lay probably just wanting to adjust to that pressure a little bit more.
What's your favourite press break for a 1-2-2 like there?
Oh, I like to have the kickback reversal and then a flash from the middle.
Yes.
I think the flash middle always works really well, especially these girls got some athletes. So
yes,
I used to play in a team with some really athletic netballers that I used to just throw them any willy pass in the middle and they could always get up and catch it. What about you, Mel? What's your go-to?
Yeah, it's depending on the press, but like you said, is the reversal pass. So your inbound player, for me, cannot be a big.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he's running that there, and then Georgia would have had an option to reverse it back through.
And what they've done well here is broken the pressure and then just relaxed here.
Yes.
So they're able to get into their offense rather than forcing something in transition. Nice seal inside. Kezrael tries to get something to go. A much better offensive position after breaking the pressure though. And interestingly, still no Waimanu. Brent Lay trusting his girls. Yeah, trusting his girls without her. Kura Whiwhituru no good, but again, an offensive rebound.
I saw like a double pump rebound there. I was like, wow.
Oh, great hustle. She comes all the way over to the commentary booth. Dylan Ussey. Love to see it. Scoring's just slowed down a lot more this quarter. We saw Mags finish with 28 in the first and have only scored 5 this quarter. So St. Mary's done a good job to minimalise that. Just as I say that though, Georgia Fuel with the Kura Whiwhituru. She's having herself a game, isn't she?
She is. She's wow.
Wow.
She's a wow player for me.
No words, just that.
You know, like unexpected. You talk about Mount Albert Grammar and all you hear about is Waimanu Clarkin.
Yeah.
You know, and then to see Georgia come out and play like this, it's very refreshing. It's nice to see.
100%. Payton Udu handles that pressure well. Can she go for 2 in a row? Yes, she can. Georgia Fuel, Kura Whiwhituru. And has played every minute of the game so far here today. Mount Albert Grammar almost out to a 20-point lead now with those 2 triples back-to-back. And a costly turnover there. For St. Mary's, you really want to put your foot down and score in that position. Try to eat away at this lead a little bit. Ball moving really well. Oh, lovely.
It's a nice cut too because she drew the baseline out to the wing, so it was all open space in there. So that was really nice to watch.
100%. Sienna Rose Taweda with a nice finish there. And the first time out of the game for St. Mary's here. So he's opted to finally call a timeout. Unhappy with the 20-point deficit. Any adjustments you'd make, Mel, as a St. Mary's coach?
Yeah, I mean, I would maybe try a different type of zone or maybe man-to-man when they come back in, just to show something different. I like the full court trap press. Yeah. Maybe go to a half court trap. Yeah. Just because the players look quite fatigued.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then whose responsibility, like on the zone, is to come out to the wing and leave open space like that. The rotation seems to be a little bit off in the back end, so maybe tidying that up with the rotation, more comms. They're very quiet. I think, you know, they played their way back in a little bit and started chipping away at the beginning of the quarter, and then it's just kind of fallen away a little bit more. So how are they going to generate the types of shots that they want? Are they moving the ball to spaces they want? It's kind of are they moving their bodies to open spaces? Because that's one thing I see is timing and spacing is a little bit off on their zone offence. And like recommendation, like if you're a future coach wanting to come to this tournament, come with a decent couple of zone offences.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I know a lot of coaches pull out a zone here and one to rest the players because it's such a long week. But yeah, make sure you bring that in your kete when you come to nationals.
No, for sure. We've seen plenty of zone already in the first 2 days, and I'm sure we'll see more and more as the tournament goes on and everyone gets tighter and tighter.
Oh, nice.
Open look in the corner. Kura Whiwhituru, no good. But again, offensive two-upper there. Christiana Lopepe Sua being active.
So that's a really nice attempt, but a lot of inside kind of drives, shots are just not falling for them as well.
Yeah, 100%. And Tatiana Marako there giving Mags a grief and a hard time, causing them to turn the ball over. And like you predicted, Mel, Waimanu will come in and give Georgia a break for the first time today.
Georgia deserves that break. She's
100%.
done exceptionally well.
She's been working. 8 seconds for St. Mary's to work with. Have barely touched the paint yet. Going to have to just force something contested up.
Yeah, and here comes the pace with Waimanu like being re-injected. Beautiful finish on the left-hand side. Oh.
That's what she does, eh? And he's calling his timeout again, so he's saved them up and calling them pretty close to each other. Looks like he's pulled up. We just see that replay of Waimanu there, but looks like Coach Steve Graham has pulled aside 2 of his players, talking to them about what he wants. Can't quite tell what he's talking about over there. It's hard to read. And yep, he'll get his players back out there. So
okay, so he called a timeout to talk to 2 players in particular.
Couldn't quite tell what that was about. I'm not sure if you could decipher that. Not a lip reader myself, unfortunately, but
you're definitely not a lip reader. I can't even see that far to me. I'm looking at the screen. I'm like, what?
Mel was squinting her eyes.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on.
Sorry, guys, we no help. Yep, all right, we're going to be good to go here. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Mags have a comfortable 22-point lead. St. Mary's will be seeking out something here. Nice inside-out action. I mean, that's a tough shot, but
nice rebound. Good
Tatiana Marako is so active down there, giving her team a second chance opportunity. Pressure broken quite well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure whether they got organised early enough because their second person was at the halfway line.
Yeah, I don't think they were quite all on the same page there. Waimanu tripping and stumbling. Kura Whiwhituru. They've got 6 seconds to work with here, trying to put something up. And they will not get something off. So into the first half, Mount Albert Grammar have a 20-point lead, 43-23. Happy with what you're seeing so far, Mel?
Yeah, I mean, Mount Albert Grammar have come out. Like I thought it would be a closer game, to be fair, just with how Takapuna have close games with Mount Albert Grammar and then such a close encounter first game yesterday. But, hey, I think, too, that St. Mary's look very fatigued. So the 2 games yesterday has taken its toll. Yeah. And, you know, tough matchups, and they just turned up a little bit late this morning in terms of coming out to play properly in the second quarter. So we'll see what they can bring after the half, because this is still a gettable game. There's lots of basketball left. Yeah,
definitely. And we'll see it in the second half after we take a quick break for the ads.
gentlemen.
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
We're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Scored!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
From us, it's a huge thank you to New Zealand Carbon Farming. The opportunities and the sponsorship that's been provided is pretty crucial for our school.
We're buying new volleyball gear, so volleyball nets, balls and the stands to attach the volleyball nets to the floor. Volleyball is a very popular sport. Kids find it to be fun.
We'd just like to thank you
Can you hear us or no?
See.
Okay. Kia ora everyone, no mai, haere mai, welcome to the second half of this wonderful basketball game we have this morning. Mount Albert Grammar have a comfortable 20-point lead over St Mary's at half-time. Pretty good first half, you think, Mel?
Yeah, very good first half for Mags, obviously, with the 20-point deficit. Got out to the races, started a quick transition game. Second quarter, St Mary's countered with some full-court pressure. Just extending it a little bit, but yeah, they've extended the lead from 14 to 20 in that quarter, so two comfortable wins in both quarters, and I'm pretty sure they'll just want to keep that momentum up and put St Mary's away. However, there's still a heck of a lot of basketball left in this game. What can Coach Steve Graham say to his players to get them up, to get their body language looking enthusiastic, because they seem a little bit deflated at the moment. So I'm excited to see how they can turn this around, or I'm excited to see how Mags can just put the foot on the pedal and start speeding off.
Well, they've looked very impressive so far, and Waimanu and Georgia have put on an absolute clinic. So I'm excited to see what could happen. Again, 20 points, not a huge deficit. You know, I've seen comebacks from much worse.
Yes.
But yeah, we'd like to see some smiles on the faces of these girls. So Mount Albert Grammar will have possession to start the half, and looks like St Mary's have gone back into a man. Probably a good option.
Yes. They need to hold some accountability for players. So, nice rebound.
Wow, big transition pass, just easily read by Mags there. Nice to see they're looking to push in transition.
Just overpassed it a little. St Mary's will get another opportunity to have a score.
And to no surprise, Mount Albert staying in their 2-3 zone that has been successful so far. St Mary's still looking for an answer. Haven't really found a consistent way to score against this zone.
Yeah, they need to move the ball a little bit better. Trying to dribble penetrate in between two players is kind of risky.
Want to see some ball movement before that kind of thing happens.
And a real early substitution here with only 44 seconds into the second half.
Lara, Poppy, Cocker, Lamali. Yeah, that's nice though. Little inside-out action, just powers her way through.
It's tough though, right? She's penetrating into the keyhole, drawing three players, and she's got no one to kick it out to opposite. So I'm like, what needs to happen? Like, what is coach going to do to make sure that they at least space correctly and are available to catch and shoot the ball?
Well, you've got to make sure you're moving at all times, right? The movement doesn't stop once the ball goes inside. Get into receiver spots if possible, but Tatiana Marako does a good job to get to the free throw line there for a pair of kuru tautakus and gets her offensive tūrapa. See, I'd like to see more of that, getting the ball inside to Kristana.
Nice.
Well done.
Very strong.
Yep. About 3 offensive rebounds for her in just that one possession.
And to get a rebound off your own free throw.
Impressive.
Yes.
Impressive. Mount Albert Grammar here. Don't look too urgent, really. Yeah, that's really nice offense. No good on the kuru whiwhi turu there for Gianna Tietia.
But that was a good look. Like,
yeah,
you know,
100%.
You want to take that shot.
And another substitution here, Emina Tietia. Got 2 sisters up the front there. Don't know if they're twins or not. A little bit overzealous, trying to pick that away, and we'll see a foul call. Mag still with the comfortable lead after a minute and a half of play. Seal inside there for Kristana Leofa. I like that though.
You like that move? Ball coming on the court.
Oh.
I like the move. I also like the 2 open players outside. You know, that she could have distributed to.
I like that they're looking for that though.
Yeah.
Like, she's got a huge advantage.
She's got really good footwork, right?
Yeah.
She moves extremely well.
I don't think they are using her like they could be.
Yes.
She could definitely have a bit more of an impact than she is having so far.
Right, with her, it's all mouse in the house.
Yeah, 100%.
Wherever she is, mouse in the house.
Who's guarding
Give
her?
her the ball.
Yeah, seriously. If I'm her, I'm yelling at them, give me the damn ball. Not that I'm anywhere near the size of her, but if I was. So still in this 1-2-2 pressure here for St. Mary's. Not as aggressive as it was previously. And again, exactly right.
Yes.
Forcing decision making causes a turnover. But what they need to do now is capitalise on this. They've actually got nobody to bring the ball up. So that's always good when you have someone to inbound to. Mara Bagrama adjusted that quite well, make it a little bit more difficult to get the ball in.
The Tia sisters applying some pressure up the top.
High post catch for Kristana there. Bullies her way in. Yeah, and again, not really looking for those kickouts.
No.
Right, Mel? They're getting the ball inside quite nicely now, finding that rhythm. But like we've said, it would be nice to see some kickouts to the three-point line. Step back, Waimanu, bang.
Nice.
Yep, that's what she does.
I'm just wondering if you get to purchase your own singlet at Mount Albert Grammar, because some of the girls have their names on the back and some do not. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Maybe you've been in the team for a while, or... Oh. It's a good observation there, Mel. Kristana comes off a ball screen. Yeah, that's nice. Nice cross-court pass. No good on the kura whiwhi turu there. Tatiana Marako does not look happy with that, but I think it's a better look, right? We'll just see the replay of that incredible hustle from Mount Albert Grammar there and to Waimanu's shifty step back. St. Mary's College applying their 1-2-1-1 pressure.
Oh, that looked like a double dribble, but yeah, they've also made some subs as well to maybe get some energy on to be a bit more disruptive.
Yeah.
So just flowing through the bench a little bit to apply pressure.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Georgia Field come back in sometime soon for Mags. So they've taken off Kristana, and offense is already beginning to look a little bit different for St. Mary's here. 7 seconds and still no paint touch.
There we go.
That's a nice look, a hard shot to make off balance with the left hand, but not a terrible look, and Waimanu will bully her way in. Left hand, no good.
Nice pass. Oh, beautiful finish.
And one. Who do we have over there? Dylan Ussey. We're going to see that one more time. St. Mary's haven't had a lot of trans opportunities so far here today, but a good one here somehow gets that to go. And
it's like a little underskirt.
Yeah, I like that. Can she make it a 3-point play? Yes, she can. So Mount Albert Grammar still a comfortable lead, 47-28 now, I believe. Just over 4 minutes have passed in this third quarter. So scoring has slowed down significantly for Mount Albert Grammar. Your prediction was a 120-point game possibly, with 28 points scored in the first quarter, but St. Mary's have done a good job to kind of minimalise that a little bit more.
Oh, and Phoenix Kaipo's first substitution into the game, and she makes an amazing pass in transition there.
A very unselfish team we've seen so far here today, learning to deal with this pressure a little bit more. Interesting, so little amount of dribbles in that. I like it. Best way to break a press. Free throw good there for Kokelamali. No good on that second Kuru Tautaku. Lovely transition basketball.
Oh, is it their second trans basket of the game?
Yeah, you can tell the fatigue has set in because they haven't had many trans opportunities, but...
Oh, stepped out of court.
Tatiana Mariko stumbles her way out of court. But the hustle is great.
Makes the game more exciting.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Substitution in here, Maya Lemafa. So interestingly, Georgia not in the ball game. However, still a lot of basketball to play in this tournament. So, you know, probably just resting her a little bit.
Coach Steve Graham's calling for the block.
And an offensive toot-upper there for Maya Lemafa. Waimanu, lovely spin move.
Yeah, nice footwork. Oh, what an athletic rebound.
Oh, overzealous pass. Oh, manages to keep it in. She fooled me.
Oh,
Tatiana Mariko.
Oh, and draws the foul.
Yep, she just bullies her way through there. Well done. Kind of earning themselves more opportunities at the charity stripe here in this quarter. I thought that was far gone. I thought that was going out of bounds.
Yeah, so did I. Oh, ball on the floor.
See it rolling all the way across. Tatiana Mariko to Kuru Tautaku's here. Some substitutions coming in. Georgia feel still relaxing on the bench over there. And good on that Kuru Tautaku. Tatiana Mariko has been awesome this quarter on both ends of the floor.
Nice.
Nicely done.
So they're getting organised. They're in full court man now.
Yeah. Interesting. So I like that they're still applying, you know, full court pressure, although they're still tired. It's good to see. Nice little active hands there, making it hard for Mount Albert to actually get into any offense at the moment. Well defended. Waimanu has nowhere to go. Gonna have to throw it up here.
Oh, that's a killer.
Come on.
That's a killer.
That is. How devastating. But Waimanu Clark.
All class.
All class for sure. So they move the ball really well. Yeah, lovely. Tatiana Mariko has come alive this quarter. They've utilised her very well. And there you go. There she is, active defensively. Great pass, Waimanu.
She's picking them apart with that extended, you know, man-to-man pressure. I should say wahine to wahine.
Nice little cut there for a floater. Really tough shot to make though, and Waimanu handles the pressure like it's barely even there. Oh, stop it.
We're at a show.
I'm lucky to be here. Waimanu, shot fake. She has the possibility to get hot. I've seen it. Once she starts making them, she usually doesn't miss. Tatiana Mariko has really come alive. Ball's been really going through her this quarter. St. Mary's really struggling with any other options. There she is again. Kind of had no other option there, eh?
No, not with the, late shot clock anyway.
Ball started to kind of get stuck in the hands of St. Mary's a little bit. Not a lot of ball movement occurring, and they're having to throw up late contested shots in the shot clock. Waimanu just looking to toy with St. Mary's here, and she does just that.
Very nice.
Ashley Fitesamanu just kind of gets left in the dirt there. Yep, Waimanu has put on an absolute show for us here today. Well done, Sienna, there to contest that high post catch. Kristana Leota.
She's just going to the basket every single time. Get out of my way.
Sorry, coming through. Why would you not though, right? Huge advantage there.
Yes.
And a pair of Kudu Totsukus. No good on the first one there. Can she convert on the second? Commentator's curse, of course she cannot. So I like the fact that St. Mary's are still applying this full court pressure despite being a little bit fatigued.
Well, they have to. They've got,
Oh, lovely pass.
If they want to start picking the game back, they have to
100%.
disrupt.
Waimanu Clark actually not had a lot of success from beyond the three-point line this morning.
The hoops are unforgiving though.
Oh gosh, they are awful, respectfully. Kristana Leota bullies her way in. No good, but I think that's a really great look. Waimanu shifty as ever. Nice find. Ball back in her hands. 6 seconds to work with. Oh my.
Oh, what a finish.
How did she do that?
Her name's Waimanu.
She's Waimanu. That's the answer. Looking for a high post catch for Kristana there. Kuru Whawhituru on its way. Again, offensive rebounds. St. Mary's have been cleaning them up this game. Yeah, really difficult shot there, mate, there. Well defended by Mags. Phoenix Kaipo just kind of getting stripped there a little bit. Spacing. Not so great here for the St. Mary's College side. Little bit disorganised.
Oh. Yeah.
Bully ball.
Just in her way. Watch out. I'm coming through.
That's scary. Although a pretty disorganised position for St. Mary's there. I like that there. Yeah, that's a really nice seal. And just bully ball all day.
They need to work on their entry passes a lot better because she created a lead hand and it went to the other side of her body. That's where the defense is.
If you didn't know.
Yeah.
And no good on the Kuru Totsuku there. 55-36 lead for Mount Albert Grammar have stayed comfortable. Almost at the fourth quarter mark. Jojo Fuel come back in the ball game and given Waimanu a break.
Yeah, I suspect they'll just go 1 for 1 for the rest of the match, and he's doing a great job of making sure that they get some decent rest for their next game because every game matters.
100%. Big Kuru Whawhituru there for Phoenix Kaipo.
And they still have to play Hamilton Girls.
Yeah, that'll be the kicker as well. I wouldn't even be surprised if Georgia and both Waimanu sit at the same time. Just Nice bit of a walk there on the pass. St Mary's kind of getting picked apart by this Mount Albert Grammar defence now. Seems like they're almost running out of options. Subs will come in. Tyra Onesimu, who has been really good for this St Mary's side today. Super active and offensive rebounds, all that good stuff.
I see a bit of tit for tat with the score mention coach Steve Graham.
Oh, very physical. A lot of physicality here with these teams today.
Yes.
We'll see that once again. Wow, she got bullied there a little bit. 18 seconds left in this quarter, but only 14 for Mags here. See what they can cook up. Georgia Field for her third Kura 52 of the game, and it's good.
She's having a blinder.
She is. She's showing us what she's made of. Be nice for St Mary's to end on a bucket here. No good, and no full court heave. So at the end of the third quarter, Mount Albert Grammar have now extended their lead to 63-36, almost a 30-point deficit.
Yeah, they've got 10 more minutes to throw some disruption out there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's been hard because they can't actually buy a basket either.
No.
You know, it's like been a really tough game for them this morning.
It has, and yeah, a lot of late shot clock contested heaves.
Yeah.
Which are not shots you really want to be creating for yourself. But yeah, I mean, credit to Mount Albert Grammar, played some really nice zone defence. Be cool to see them maybe switch it up in the last quarter here.
Oh, I'd love to see some man-to-man.
Yeah,
like, I just want to see how they can contain players, and, you know, because coming to the business end of the week, they're going to need a lot in their defensive repertoire to try and get the job done. So, yeah, I'd like to see them come out in something different.
Yeah, and yeah, against Hamilton girls, might get punished in a zone a little bit more with some shooters in that team.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Hamilton girls, their roster is crazy good.
Oh, yeah.
Very guard heavy, and so everyone can shoot the three.
Yeah.
They can all, you know, they're a speedy team. They had a bit of a flat game
they did.
against Takapuna Grammar last night, but credit to Takapuna for, you know, keeping them to such a close score. And it was even Stevens.
It was even Stevens.
Most of the way. And then they just wore Bailey Flavel down. So I think the matchup's going to be incredible when they do play with Mount Albert Grammar. So exciting to watch. And I think, yeah, they've got both Takapuna and Hamilton girls left to go.
Right, so, yeah, wanting to save a few bodies here today, I wouldn't be surprised.
So maybe that's why they've stuck out in the zone.
Yeah.
And, you know, don't fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Probably.
I mean, it's earned them an almost 30-point lead today, so can't really complain too much. St Mary's looking a little bit fatigued here.
Let me ask you a question. So when you're preparing for a tournament like this, what are kind of key things that you need to come within your coach bag?
Well, I don't have the coaching experience that you do, Mal. Definitely want to have, like you said, set zone offences, especially here, and press break offences.
Yes.
You know, teams like to pull that out at tournament. Definitely knowing which players' roles are which. I think it's really key that everyone knows kind of the main scorers, who can do what kind of looks you're looking for. Your style of play is huge, right? Obviously, the player management, you want to know who can play what minutes. Some players are fit, but kind of start making rash decisions when they play too many minutes.
Yes.
What about you, Mel? What do you make sure you've always got down lock?
Yeah, everything you've said, but I think a real key thing is just to get a plan to get players out of the gym and recover well.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, make sure they're eating the right things and drinking a lot of water, getting adequate nutrition. I love day naps for players to get them re-energised. Not sleeps, naps.
Just little naps, little power naps.
Yeah. You know, so it's what you said, press breaks, coming with a couple of presses ourselves, like Yeah. Even man-to-man trapping triggers in first court, you know, when to trap, those sorts of things. And
just see an offensive foul call here by Kristana Leota. Drops some bodies. Well done, Nadia Rosa Anadi, who is injected into the ball game for the first time, I believe. Took that one like a champ. Also screen coverage, a big one to have before going away to tournament. We haven't seen a lot of that today just because both teams have been in zone, but nice kick out. Phoenix Kaipo, no good on that one there.
Yeah, and for like some of the girls' games we've watched in terms of, you know, coverage solutions, I haven't really seen that many teams trap or show here. So no need for the short roll and kick on passing, but you know, there's a lot of drops coverage here.
Yeah, a lot of drops coverage.
It's crazy to see how they're like combating that in terms of solutions. I just see the same kind of thing. You know, they're just coming off the screen looking to attack downhill, but meet the drops coverage person and what happens after that. So it's kind of the next kind of next play mentality kind of thing. And
see if you can force a late switch or kind of a 1-on-2 situation.
And if they are switching, you know, are they looking for slips or that sort of thing? So, you know, attacking mismatches.
Yeah. And we haven't seen a whole lot of that here today either.
No, and you know, so in terms of St. Mary's, they've got, you know, she's dominant strength. You know, I'd like to see her just go to work inside and seal away.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to stop her here? Like, realistically.
And see, she's playing out on the perimeter. So,
although Tatiana Mariko does a good job there.
She does.
She's had a really good second half, come alive a lot more. Had a 22-point game yesterday against Takapuna Grammar, so having herself a tournament, that's for sure.
Oh, and we had an offensive call here.
I think that would be on Nadia Rose Anadi with a moving screen. Almost a 30-point lead here now for Mount Albert's Grammar, so pretty relaxed. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Waimanu Clark again today.
No. I think another thing to come in with your toolkit defensively is the ability to take charges. So one thing I used to do for, you know, coaching intermediate was get the mattresses out.
Yep.
Yeah,
love it.
I'll just bowl into them.
more for your fun than anybody else.
And then have to, you know, dive back.
You would have loved that.
Theatrical practice.
I'm going to take that one in my bag, actually. I quite like that.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. I like it. Footwork from Georgia Few once again.
And notice I said take charges, not flops.
Yeah, see, I'm a big flopper myself. Huge flopper. But I'm so little, I usually get away with it.
You are so little.
I am so little. Luckily, nobody can see me when I commentate.
Pocket rocket.
St. Mary's moving the ball well here, but well defended by Mag. Kind of blowing everything up.
Oh, nice shot. Beautiful shot.
Ashley Fetisemanu with the kuru Fifi Turu. St. Mary's will be happy with that. They've kind of struggled to score so far in this quarter, so you'll be happy with that one.
Oh, good pressure applied.
Both teams kind of ramping up the pressure here. Both teams not really getting into much of an offense. Huge pass. A little bit too much on that one.
There's your press break there. Yeah. Just get it inbound and throw it.
Throw it. She didn't even look like she struggled with that one, and she will take a break. Kristana Leota, obviously very tired, having to put in some serious work. St. Mary's still applying a decent amount of pressure despite it being the end of the game. A lot going on here offensively. But
nice.
Georgia just creates something.
Beautiful.
She's done that a few times here today. You know, offense hasn't really gone their way, and there's only about 7 seconds to work with. She's been able to create something out of nothing.
I'm impressed with her.
Yeah, 100%.
If if you didn't know her name, Georgia Few, name to watch out for, guys.
Now you know. Foul call there, a little bit too aggressive on the high post catch. Just under 6 minutes left to go. Mount Albert Grammar look like they're going to sail easily with this one. 3 point, sorry, not 3 points, 30-point deficit.
I imagine that Coach Brent Lay will start rotating, resting his starters for next matchups as well.
Definitely very important these girls get some rest if they're going to be sporting some heavy minutes down the line. All congested in there, a lot of bodies running into each other. They're going to have to force something up here.
Oh, beautiful.
Boom.
Deep three.
Dylan Asi, Kuru, Fifi Toru. A nice pair of triples here for the St. Mary's team. Georgia Fuel, ouchies.
Meta wall.
She looked sore on that one.
Oh.
Lamali, Cocker Lamali gets the steal and then the and one. What a sequence. See that here again, anticipates that pass, takes the contact and finishes through it. Well done. Kuru Totaku on its way. Could make this a 3-point play, and she does just that. St. Mary's now with possession. Nice ball movement, high post catch once again. Would like to see the ball kind of touch the paint a little bit here. And that's a hard shot to make, well defended by Mount Albert Grammar.
Yeah, so as guessed, he is resting now his starting lineup, which is nice to see, giving, you know, because there's still a lot of game left.
Yeah. And yeah, I spoke about this yesterday. It's such great, valuable experience for these young guns to get on the court and play at Nationals.
It is.
I remember my first time playing at Nationals as a year 9. Like, it's scary, but it's really great experience.
It's one of the best tournaments in the country,
yeah,
right?
100%. Ashley Fitisamanu at the free throw line for 2, and good on the first. Two from 2 there for Ashley Fitisamanu. Well done. Free throw is a big part of basketball. Great fundamental skill to have. Huge pass on its way, not quite delivered well. Moving the ball well here, St. Mary's. They've moved the ball well this game. Just can't get themselves quite into positions where they can score out of. Uh-oh. 10 seconds here to work with for this Mount Albert Grammar side. Needing to throw something up here, Kokalamale.
Yeah, good defensive position from St. Mary's there.
Timeout called by Steve Graham. And looks like he wants to have a quick corridor with the referees. I think Jaden Rosanowski and Nick Choi have done a pretty good job today.
Yes.
Team Grey.
They let the game flow a lot.
He's obviously not happy with what he's seen so far. I love that Team Grey is happy to communicate with coaches like that, hear what they have to say. Any other games you should be excited for today, Mel, do you know?
I'm excited to watch Epsom and Tauranga Girls College.
Yep.
Epsom lost a game last night, so it's, you know, everything is must-win for them to get into that preliminary second, third spot. Tauranga Girls have had a couple of wins. I'm looking forward to watching Aquinas play Opinaki.
Oh, cool, that's a good game.
Which is next, so, you know, Anna Bright versus, they've got the Bright sisters versus the Rogers sisters.
Oh, that's a big New Zealand matchup.
Yes, and then Palmerston North boys are playing Fraser High School.
Cool. Oh, nice little local.
12:30 rounds. Yeah, there's some great matchups today. And who else? Napier Girls versus Barradine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting into some of the tough games, right, where people are wanting to get that 1, 2, and 3 seed. And I imagine there's going to be a couple of games that are tight.
And I'm looking forward to watching Te Kura Kaupapa Maori or Raumata play against Aquinas College boys this afternoon. So, potentially both top 4 teams.
Right.
And Raumata have come stronger to this tournament than qualifying because half their team was away at a hockey tournament.
Oh.
So, a super athletic team. So, I'm excited to watch that game as well.
Yeah, there's definitely some good basketball on display here all day, every day for the next 5 days.
But my favourite game will be to watch Hayden Jones come back for Waimea College tonight to play against St John's.
Yeah, they are. Round. Oh, that'll be a good game. Stick around for that one.
So the under-16 boys arrived back in the country early hours this morning, and all the players flew in at 8:40 to Palmerston North here. So they'll be suiting up for their school teams today. So exciting to have them back, and once again, congratulations to Leighton and the team for outstanding performance at Asia Cup.
Yep, huge effort they put in. Almost coming away with the gold. Kristana Leota there, a little bit too physical. This Mount Albert Grammar girls doing a good job despite all starters sitting on the bench.
And not long to go in this match. Oh,
nice finish there, Nadia
finish.
Rosa Anadi. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Mount Albert Grammar, comfortable 30-point lead. They will continue to be undefeated today. Moving the ball really well. No surprise, get the ball into Kristana Leota, who will once again bully her way through.
But all hands are in on her, like...
Yeah. Ball up and be vertical, although it's tempting, right? Like, kind of what else can you do against her?
And so now Mount Albert Grammar, in foul trouble, and we're going to, every foul from now on St Mary's is going to go to the line, which can make the game even more lengthy.
Let's not do that, guys.
Yeah. Come on, Team Grey.
Yeah, come on, boys. So no more full court pressure for St Mary's. Relaxing a little bit more. Kokalamali, Kristana Leota says no thank you. Huge block there. Eats her for breakfast. Ten seconds to work with. Mount Albert Grammar. Nice footwork. That's a great shot.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, what a massive pass.
She didn't even look. She tried. And St Mary's will get another steal out of this one. Forcing up a tough shot. Well defended. Lovely. Well done. Ball into the hands of Kristana Leota. Well done.
She's super strong.
Might as well stick with what's working.
Yes.
Nice pressure there from St Mary's, not allowing Mount Albert to get into anything offensively. You're going to have to make something work. Nice ball movement. Had no option there, but an offensive two-upper.
Oh,
another big pass. Mount Albert Graham have done a really good job at anticipating the passes that St Mary's are throwing today. Very smart defensive team. No good on that one there. Well defended. And we have less than 1 minute left to go in this ball game. Mount Albert Grammar have played a really great game here today. Yep, travel cool, and she knows it. Running back on defense here already.
I'm just admiring the artwork on her
Yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Would have been sore. Beauteous pain though.
Yes. And I'm sure that's all in line with her culture and her tradition.
Absolutely. So foul call there on the catch for Kristana Leota will earn her a pair of Kuru Tautukus. First one is good. Second one on the way. And that's good as well. Well done. So probably a couple more possessions left in this game here. St Mary's still playing respectable pressure defence. Good to see after a long 40 minutes.
It is.
A little bit of confusion there.
I think they've gotten better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
they found their rhythm a little bit more.
Yeah, just the first quarter, just not a great start, and started to claw their way back in. Went a bit quiet in the third.
Yeah,
came back out, and played some good basketball. But in saying that, Mount Albert Grammar have rested their two top players for the majority of this quarter, and so well done to Coach Brent Lee and his team for a dominant 9 a.m. win this morning.
Yes, nice early start, earns them a 30-point win, and they will go on to remain undefeated, 3-0 for Mount Albert Grammar, and St Mary's, they are 1-2, looking for another one today. And coming up next, what do we have, Mel?
Te Kura Kaupapa Maori, Raumata, playing against Dunstan, and Raumata have us so far undefeated, so, massive athletic group of boys.
Yeah. So stick around for that. I'm still on the mic. Mel's taking a break, but she will be back later today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough time. It's a real privilege, but for us, we want to see others getting involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
This is a call to action.
It was really hard to try and keep it together every day.
I need some help.
Simple tools.
Is he here with his body or is he up here with his hinengaro?
For parents in need.
E tino he hena hau ki te whakapakari, i ahau anō.
Tāhua. Mai te tirohanga Māori. Kids don't come with a manual with Nathan Wallace. Ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
So sponsorship from New Zealand Carbon Farming has been fantastic for our sports teams actually who went away to tournament week. We're a community who's driven by sport, but often money and the cost of travel, accommodation and uniform can be a barrier for some of our students. And to come out with a new uniform for a number of sports, particularly our basketball teams who've been away at nationals, has been uplifting for the students and for our community. The support from Carbon Farming has been wonderful.
Without them, then we wouldn't look like this.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
This isn't about long-distance calling. Technology or living overseas.
Do I have one more bid? Thank you.
We're going to go once. We're going twice.
And we are sold to the Kiwi phone bidder from Manchester.
It's about Baileys finding buyers that others can't.
You want your tamariki to be a part of the community. Keep getting all these feelings like he's never going to fit.
That gets pretty hard. I'm so grateful that Clara has answered those prayers.
There's just always this bias away from our tamariki. We really need this done.
Our code of compliance, it's a big thing, and we ain't gonna just stop because we're stressed.
Super Kura, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
Welcome to Quad 5 on day 2 of the Nationals. Ben O'Brien, Maya Williamson here. Basketball New Zealand's great secondary schools tournament. A wonderful venue at Central Energy Trust Arena in Palmerston North. Maya, 2 great teams this morning.
Yes, 2 great teams this morning indeed. Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Raumata had 2 great wins yesterday. Dunstan still searching for their first, so hopefully they can try and get one done today.
Dunstan High School, of course, of Alexandra, Central Otago, founded 1962. Seek wisdom as gold. So these guys want to learn more. They want to know more about the game of basketball. I
think we're going to head over to some team lists now. First will be Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Raumata. We have Timothy Waka, Dayton Sherman, Te Kohe Moana Palmer, Tumaro Morgan, Benji Holst, Waika Harua Paiku Rangi, Tamaho Palmer, Poru Uta Corbett, Jeremiah Rarua, Matu Phillips Toda, Tristan Waka and Riwi Bryant, coached by Kiriti Ro Tangata and assistant coached by Doug Edwards. And over to Dunstan.
Dunstan High School, as I mentioned, of Alexandra, come here under their head coach Darren Mills. Well, team here is a very good one. Xavier Liddell, Kate Robertson, Jackson Bastow, Caleb Zimmerman, Leaf Tippett, Isaiah Mills, Tane Herbert Nisha, Ferdinand Candler, Thomas Patrick, Captain Nikora Kavanagh, and Cohen Bryant Saunders. These two teams both have a lot to prove. One, of course, winless yesterday. Maya, you're a coach. You're starting day 2. Your team didn't win a game yesterday. What's the message from you?
I mean, you've just got to really go after it today. You've got to come out with all guns blazing, right? Like, you're searching for a win, and a win in these tournaments is always important, especially after not getting one yesterday. So you come out with all guns blazing, what have you got to lose kind of thing. But for Raumata, like, they are on a hot streak right now. 2 comfortable wins yesterday, both against Opunaki High School and Central Southland College. So they are on a hot streak right now, and they're going to come out again, matching that energy with all guns blazing.
Well, Raumata of Rotorua, founded 1987, a watershed year. And I'll tell you something, this game here, court number 5, referees are Felix Sparks and Charlie de Prince. Felix of Gisborne, Charlie of Northland. Great to see a crop of young referees coming through, Maya.
100%. Yeah, I think we have about 68 officials at this tournament, which is awesome. And they've done a really great job, and a lot of room for development here as well, which is great.
Felix Sparks was actually the crew chief for the Gisborne Premier Men's Grand Final last Saturday night, and he was very good, youngest ever crew chief for a Grand Final.
Wow. Good on you, Felix.
Son of former president of Gisborne Basketball, Adrian Sparks, and they're a very hard-working association. They're producing players, not a team here, but referees, very committed.
Awesome. It's great to see. We love to see you. Just under 30 seconds here before we tip off. Notable people to watch for Nikora Kavanagh from Dunstan High School had 30 points in their loss to Opunaki yesterday. So definitely someone to keep an eye for.
He'll certainly be someone for Te Kura Kaupapa Maori or Raumata to keep an eye out for. He's somebody that they've got to stop.
100%.
Got to stop.
He is also Dunstan High School's captain. Raumata had a rough qualifying tournament, as I believe not a lot of their team was there away at a hockey tournament. So they only scraped in, finishing 5th at qualifiers, but have obviously come out and been dominant. Talking to Mel Bennett, who knows these guys quite well, she said that they are looking at probably finishing in the top 4. That's how talented they are.
It's nice to be good at more than one thing and be a capable sportsman in more than one area.
100%. Kind of what high school is about as well. You're still figuring it yourself out. Raumata, a really cool little handshake thing going on their bench over there before they start the game. I like that.
So Raumata, as you can see in the blue, Dunstan, the white.
Looking to tip off really soon here today. Dunstan High School finishing 2nd in their qualifiers, just losing to Central Southland in the final.
Felix Sparks will throw the ball up. Just to let you people know that are taking this in live, YouTube, the live stream. Dunstan again to repeat in the white and in the blue of Rotorua, Raumata.
And here we have Waka Harawa going against Nikora, and almost a bucket there today, but not quite. But they get the offensive rebound. Sorry, just had some people in the way. Couldn't quite actually see what was going on, but we're all sorted there now. Raumata get a steal. Quick bucket as well.
This is Pakaurangi. And Holst is wearing the 8. Palmer, Tamaho Palmer. Skip into the middle was Jeremiah Raro.
So Dunstan in an early 2-3 zone here, but broken well. Waika Harua breaking that pressure quite easily, attacking the seam.
Okay, a pass from Kavanagh that went awry. Nerves even for the best of them, even for the very best.
It's a big pressure here from Raumata as well, kind of forcing some rash decisions here from Dunstan.
Darren Mills want them to compose themselves. Kavanagh looking for a steal. That's a lovely pass. Got the ball in.
Waikaharoa, well done with a nice finish there. Raumata, an early lead here. And some full court pressure is so punishing for this Dunstan team.
Well, you know, Benji Holst looks like a terrier. Looks like a terrier. Isaiah Mills, another loose ball. Well, they are a little bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment here, Dunstan. Still trying to find their feet. Good pass. And an 11 is Mills.
A shot clock violation there. Raumata do a really good job containing every drive, moving their feet, not allowing anything. Dunstan really struggling against this pressure so far.
A really good start from Raumata at both ends.
Yep, 100%. And Dunstan in their 2-3 zone here.
Tamaho Palmer. Palmer with the rock, out on the right.
Some nice ball movement and an across screen. Only 7 seconds to work with here, but they look like they're creating something nice. Well done, good footwork.
Well,
offensive two-upper.
Holst got to the rim. Here's Pakorangi again. Scored their first bucket from memory.
Looks like that will not count. Foul will be on the floor.
Yeah, I think that's a good call from Felix Sparks. Hard pressed to call that continuation. There's continuation and there's continuation. Inbounded by Palmer. Held by Araroa. Araroa finding Holst. Holst coming around right side and with the left hand makes the shot. So Holst there with a fantastic shot with a scoop.
Dunstan high clap back and get a nice easy look there. Just sells the bunny a little bit, but broken the pressure really well.
Cade Robertson hit the front. This is Palmer.
Almost gets the putback dunk there, but they come up with another offensive two-upper.
Holst again. They have some athletes. Raumata, that much is obvious. Kavanagh fighting and put back in by Wakaharoa.
To no surprise, Coach Darren Mills will be calling a timeout. A quick 10-0 spirit for this Raumata side. They've been all over it as we see the replay.
Look at Pakorangi here. Number 9, Pakorangi, their offensive rebound. Gets up quickly, doesn't he, Maya? Always an asset to be able to get up quickly.
For sure, and Dunstan just really struggling with that pressure, and Raumata running some really nice offense. So always a good thing to call a timeout, just to recompose your guys. It's hard when you come out at a start like that and you're scoreless. So definitely a smart timeout there by Coach Darren Mills.
As a coach, I don't want to sound unsympathetic, but if you're the coach of Raumata and you're aware that the opposition had a tough day yesterday, how important is a really strong start against them, and what are you trying to achieve against a team that has had a tough time?
Oh, you got to put your foot down, right? Like, especially at the start of the game, it's still anybody's game. You can't assume anything to begin with, despite having so much success yesterday. So to see them come out all guns firing and really put their foot down like this is exactly what you need to do.
Good attitude.
Completely rattled Dunstan here today so far, and we'll see them in their full court pressure again. Just in a full court man, no press here, but not allowing any kick aheads.
Okay, Dunstan get the ball inbounds.
Broken that pressure quite well and just can't finish. That's 2 finishes that they've blown there.
You have
Could
to
have
finish.
been 4 points.
You really don't have an option. You have to finish on that type of play. Timothy Waka there and Dunstan. They get themselves a turnover. About to inbound, but inbounding won't be easy. They managed to get the ball inbounds. This is a Kavanagh. Kavanagh!
Nicely done there by Kavanagh. Gets through the middle quite easily to his left hand. We'll see that just one more time.
I love what the captain did there, Maori. He took the ball to the rack. Knows his team needs to settle. He took the ball to the basket.
Utilised his crossover really, really nicely. Got the foul call and has a pair of Kotakus here.
If he can compose himself, it'll be easier to run the team on the floor. And there's no doubt that, down 10 zip as they were before he made those 2 free throws, they needed to settle.
Yep, 100%. Good to get some points on the board. In a half court 1-2-2 here. And Raumata have no answer for it. Dunstan High School happy with that one.
That was a little bit crazy, to be honest.
A forced error out of Dunstan's full court press is exactly what you want for Raumata.
Kane Herbert Nisha, I like to see kids playing man to man. I think it's the fundamentals as a defensive player have to be better. You have to be fitter. You have to play better defense. Not all zone makes you lazy, but I do like to see them play man.
I agree. So back in there, 2-3 now.
Palmer. Waka. Timothy Waka. Waka trying to find a way in, trying to find a hole, a crack, a crevice, anything.
That's really nice. Well defended by Dunstan, and a really good defensive position there by Dunstan.
Great defense. Now Kavanagh, captain of the team, over halfway in the white, of course.
Utilises the high on-ball screen. Nice messy pass and no surprises ball back to Kavanagh. Looks like he is the main source of offense for this Dunstan High School team.
Kavanagh. Didn't they go in and Kavanagh put back? I'll tell you something, they're willing to challenge on shot attempts. Raumata.
And they're half court, 1-2-2 here. Kind of some fake pressure and well handled.
Kavanagh, I thought he might have walked on catching the ball. Ball down the floor. That was Mills.
So Dunstan doing a really good job, not even just forcing turnovers, but forcing rash decisions. The great thing about a press is that can affect decision making. For Raumata, they've thrown away a 10-point lead now just because of silly errors.
Dunstan seemed to be settling down.
For sure. Double high screen there.
Waka with the handoff. They get into the middle.
Sumato Morgan, nice kick out to his teammate. And an offensive toot-upper once again. Morgan is swatted out of here.
Strong D by Kavanagh. Now this is Mills.
An offensive foul called here. Isaiah Mills, just a little bit overzealous, extends his elbow out. Well done for Raumata to recover after that big block there. Establish another position well.
Charlie De Prince, our referee from Northland. He was the lead official on that occasion.
Going to see a big substitution here for Raumata. I think it might have been actually a 5-way switch. Looks like the starters have found their way back on the court.
Waikaharoa, Pakaurangi, who impressed, scored their first field goal from memory. 10-6 now. So Dunstan within 4 points of the young Rotorua team, just playing really well. Here's Pakaurangi. He decides to get to the middle, loses the ball, got it back. He might have lost the ball, but he got it back and made the shot.
He's an absolutely phenomenal athlete. He's created his own shots purely out of athleticism.
Got great reach, don't you think?
And a really nice touch around the rim too.
Amazing stuff.
Only 10 seconds to work with here. Nice active hands on the perimeter. Tamaho, Palmer. We get an easy look in transition. So the insertion again of their starters has really extended this lead out.
And now another turnover. A turnover on the inbound. And a foul on that as well. So they have made a good start. Raumata, and here on the replay, it's the inbounds pass. They stole the inbound. Korangi was always going to be hard to stop from there. 14-6.
Waikaharoa Pakarangi, he has shown an absolute display of basketball prowess today. His athleticism, making impacts defensively and offensively. I've been really impressed with what I've seen so far, and it's a completely different game with him on the court.
Every time I look at him, his hand's near the rim. You know what I mean? Whether it's for a layup or an offensive rebound or whatever it is, his fingers are above the rim.
Absolutely.
Now Dunstan have to do a good job of inbounding the ball here, Mills. Another turnover from the inbound. This hurts. When you can't get the ball in, you can't really do anything else.
Absolutely, and Raumata doing a really good job at disallowing anything for Dunstan and just giving themselves extra possession after extra possession. And the biggest thing is capitalising on these now.
Pakaurangi with the ball over to Benji Holst.
Great penetration and kick out.
Tamaho, Palmer. Shot was a floater.
Another offensive toot-up. Looks like that's about 5 or so already in the quarter. And they grab another one. They're just giving themselves extra possessions. And they capitalise on that once again.
Harota Corbett scored the field goal there. If you're Dunstan, you can't allow it. These guys are keen youngsters. This is Mills. Around the back dribble. Good play by Mills. Taking some long jumpers as well now, Dunstan. 17-6. Down by 11. Pakaurangi holds the ball. He is very much in charge. He's in control of himself. Here's Holst. There with a jump pass back out to a Pakorangi. And there's a good pass inside again. They're looking inside. They're getting some calls. Good too to see the variety. Try to get the ball inside, Maya.
Yep, Jeremiah Raroa, a nice little low post catch there, gets fouled going up, and he'll get a pair of Kuru Tautakus. Raumata playing some really nice offense, inside-out game, a lot of nice penetration, and notably from Benji Holtz, doing a really good job at getting downhill and then finding shooters that have relocated along the three-point line who then can make their move as well.
Kavanagh getting his Dunstan people together away from the free throw line. Didn't have anybody on the hash marks for the first free throw. This is the second attempt. Maybe that was a good move. Maybe that was a timely move.
And Raumata just eating up these offensive rebounds. I want to say they have about 7 in the quarter already. 7 is probably a mark that you'd want to aim for the other team to be reaching in a game. So in a quarter is a really tough place to be. And then again, you can just see he gets another foul call. So giving themselves multiple positions.
Offensive rebounds, Myron, also they're getting shots up.
Yep.
They're getting shots up. I don't think they've gone close to using their own shot clock.
No way. And yeah, again, like giving themselves extra positions to try and score. And this is a good scoring team, and if they're not scoring on the first, they're scoring on the second or third. That's a really hard position for Dunstan to be in, especially when they're struggling to get the ball over halfway.
You are going to concede. If you're conceding a couple, even 3 offensive rebounds on a possession, you are going to end up under the hammer. Now taking the floor for Dunstan, Caleb Zimmerman. See what he can bring for them. This is how Mills going to inbound. Inbounding, it's not always easy. There to Kavanagh. He'll be able to get the ball halfway and over it. Kavanagh does that. Kavanagh down the left side.
Oh, wow. That's a really early shot, but a great Kurafefituru there for Nakora Kavanagh.
Shows his class. That's Holst.
Corner, Kurafefituru. One right back for Benji Holst. That hurts for Dunstan.
Skillful. Now Mills towards halfway, gets over what they call the timeline, the halfway line.
Just relentless full court pressure here for Raumata, disallowing Dunstan to really get into any offense.
Kavanagh, oh, good pass, great pass, and the big guy gets in. That was Brian Saunders, who straight away makes his presence felt. He got a good pass. You've got to use the big guys. You've got to get it inside when you've got people like Brian Saunders on the floor.
Absolutely, and a great find. But Raumata just do it right back. And this is Dunstan's problem. They can't just keep trading buckets for buckets.
Cunning, getting the ball in behind the big guy. There wasn't a lot of talk, I don't think, maybe from Dunstan. Well, can't have been.
Not a lot of offensive structure here for Dunstan. Kind of just throwing up shots here, there, and everywhere. And Raumata are taking advantage of this.
Here's Brian Saunders. Here's a powerhouse here, getting ready to play some D, but it appears behind him. And you know what? There can't have been any talking there, Maya.
No communication here for Dunstan. And difficult when you're not communicating in a zone defense. The Raumata just picking it apart. That's earned them a 12-point lead early here in the game.
I think that Brian Saunders is going to make a difference to Dunstan, but they still need to talk. Got to get that up straight away.
Well done. Raumata just picking this 2-3 zone apart. Darren Mills possibly considering a different option defensively at the quarter break. Kind of just attacking the seams of it quite easily. They're just able to penetrate.
Left Tippett with the ball to Kavanagh. Kavanagh left side. Gets a screen from Brian Saunders.
Moving screen there, and that was clear as mud. Just kind of shoved his arms into him a little bit and lost his balance.
Oh.
Sub will come in for Rewi Bryant.
Okay, coming in now, number 15, Rewi Bryant. Strong player. Let's see it. Tamaho Palmer's impressed me too. Palmer and Holst, they are slight, but very capable.
I like the control that Raumata is playing with. They're unfazed at all and just really able to get to their own looks.
There is the big guy, Brian Saunders, aboard. And finding Tippett. Tippett going to carry the ball here for, back to Kavanagh. Kavanagh, advantage of being able to see over the defense.
Nicely done. That's a really nice move there.
Skillful.
Elongated step causes the defense to mistime themselves.
Palmer, Holst. Holst has options here.
So Dunstan in a man defense now, I believe. It's looking like. Nice pass inside. Can't get the finish.
Competes, goes hard. Going to swing the ball again. He got knocked on the arm, I thought. Loose ball situation, jump ball.
Jump ball is going to go the way of Dunstan. Really nice position there, I found. You've seen lovely penetration there.
I thought Cade Robertson might have got him. Here now Kavanagh, being bumped around Holst. Rado, body there, and that's a very good call by referee Charlie de Prince. He allowed a little bit of contact. A little is okay. That was affecting the shooter. That affected the shot. Now look at Kavanagh here, and against Rado. And there. Why, you think it was close?
I think that's a good call. And then I think Kavanagh did a really good job to lean into that contact and absorb it to allow him to get the foul call. That was a really smart play. I've been very impressed with him so far, and he's been a huge part of this Dunstan offense. Wouldn't be surprised if he sports 40 minutes today. At
what stage of a basketball player's career or development, Maya, do you start to talk to them about leaning in, absorbing contact, creating contact?
I mean, that starts from an early age because you don't always have to be all flashy with it. I think you can learn how to embrace contact from a very young age, even if it was just a simple right-hand layup. You have to know that you're not going to be able to have a wide-open layup every time. So I definitely teach kids from a young age.
Holst, that's Brian Saunders who scored the last field goal for Dunstan. Kavanagh shoots it up. Kavanagh, and the big guy's there again, Brian Saunders, but he was standing out.
First quarter has come to an end now. Te Kura Kaupapa o Maori o Raumata with a 25-15 lead over Dunstan High.
Well, you've got to be impressed by Raumata. They've got all bases covered. They've got big guys, they've got quick guards, they've got outside shooting, and they have been venomous here in the first period. They've really attacked the rim. Haven't given Dunstan really a chance to catch their breath. Dunstan, though, with Cohen Bryant Saunders towards the end of the first period, I think that helped them out.
Yeah, and I think Dunstan did a really good job to recover. They were scoreless for about the first 4 minutes due to Raumata's huge pressure. But they've kind of done a good job to come back and have 15 points. Only a 10-point deficit. I thought it might be a little bit more based on how that first few minutes went with Raumata coming out to a 10-0 run. But Dunstan, done a really good job, especially led by Captain Kavanagh. He's been a really big part of their offense, sourcing a lot of looks, and I've been really impressed with him. But Raumata have just shown some absolute class today.
Sometimes it's hard as a captain. You may feel the pressure, but you have to respond. Takes a special character, whether we're talking about a captain of a basketball team or a coach, to lead other people in the sport.
For sure.
Especially when they're at a national tournament. I mean, this tournament is very special. Around the country, there are players and teams who would give anything to be here. There are guys who remember playing in this tournament decades after the fact. They remember the games they played. They remember the opposition players. They remember coaches and funny referees. They have so many wonderful memories just of the trip itself. My team sport, can you beat it? Can you beat team sport?
You can't beat team sport, especially the Secondary School Nationals tournament. I remember coming here many years ago. 2017 was my first experience at these nationals, and it's been the same. Best feeling. Basketball Manawatu and the Central Energy Trust Arena here putting on a great show.
What's it like when you get the nod and you get a shirt? And you try to stay calm as if it doesn't matter, and really you just want to jump up and down. That must be so cool.
Especially as a 13-year-old girl, this is the best experience of my life.
Wow.
Raumata will have position to start the quarter here. And looks like Dunstan are matched up man-to-man.
Pakaurangi has been very good, I think. He is someone that Dunstan are going to have to know where he is at all times.
On-ball screen there, chooses to reject it, Benji Holst. Pakaurangi. Really great job to absorb that contact there once again.
They are fearless. The Raumata crowd, they attack the basket. Pakaurangi at the free throw line shows their maturity, shows their resilience. There are some teams that they see a big guy, a presence in the opposition, won't take the ball to the basket. And these guys, they want to take the ball straight at him.
Of course. Pair of Kuru Tautakus here for Pakurangi. Bangs down the first one.
He'll probably want the offensive board. If he misses the free throw, he'll probably want the loose ball.
I wouldn't be surprised, and we've seen plenty of offensive two-uppers there for them today. And once again, I think they might be up to about 9 offensive rebounds, which is difficult for Dunstan to match. And once more, Pakurangi, and they capitalise on that one.
Well, I knew he wanted the offensive board, just not that one in particular. That's Dane Herbert Nisha. Misses the layup. They got it back through a Tippett. Tippett did really well there for Dunstan. They need some things to start going their way. Good defense from Holst. Tippett. And finds the open man, Herbert Nisha.
Yeah, so a great initial defensive position there for Raumata, but can't get the defense, can't get the offensive rebound. Sorry.
Yeah, now Tippett with a brilliant pass to the big guy, and he gets it to sit. Brian Saunders. Tippett there with a lovely pass. High skill factor with Tippett.
Well, that's exactly what happens when you get offensive rebounds. You're able to generate position after position, and you're bound to score on one of them. And Dunstan did a really good job there.
Dunstan finds some rhythm.
Both teams wanting to box out a little bit more, be aggressive in that way, make some contact as the shot goes up. And you just see there, you need to box out Pakurangi. Dunstan High School not doing anything to get him away.
Here now is Tippett. Tippett on the run. Tippett holds the ball. Tippett holds. Good play by Tippett. The left hand, he got hammered around there, Caleb Zimmerman. Brought the ball off the sideline. Drew the foul. Good play there from Dunstan. Good pass from Tippett earlier.
Yep, really nice penetration there, and Raumata just too late on that, shifting over and hits him while he's late. Good job to absorb that contact upon penetration and earn himself to the charity stripe.
And also got the shot off, Maya. That's important.
No good on that first one, though. Free throws are a huge part of basketball, especially when you have a deficit. You want to make the free shots you're given.
Got to take this seriously. Sometimes I have seen players at this tournament not take time to set up and shoot the ball properly. You've got to do that. You can't just do that towards the end of the game.
Tamaho Palmer, who's been a really great point guard so far today. This court general here, he's giving instructions to his team, which is a great sign of a point guard.
Waka, that pass away, and that was Raroa a moment ago, and Brian Saunders another rebound. The big guy has it, can make a turn.
Dunstan High School out in transition.
That's a good pass to Tippett. Tippett's got to. He's simply got to. But he doesn't, unfortunately.
And again, offensive rebounds giving extra possessions.
See, they're doing it hard. Kavanagh having to do a lot. He's having to shoot it, having to play defense, having to run. Raro down the floor. Good putt. Well, no, they turn it over again. And now it's Caleb Zimmerman, bounce pass. Even Kavanagh, not even Kavanagh could save the ball in play. And if he couldn't do it, no one could have done it. 28-18, 10 points fire.
Both teams a little bit rattled there.
Dive.
Both teams a little bit rattled there. A couple turnovers in a row. Probably just wanted to calm things down a little bit. The full court pressure got these guys rattled, and now we will have a walk-up set from Raumata now.
I think sometimes players can be too calm and too composed. There's a time for it, time for high energy, and Palmer here, Palmer, like he owns the place, just strolls up the floor. 28-18, 10-point game. They have an edge. Raumata, nice handle there. Palmer, Brian Saunders stays with him. Good D by the big guy.
Yeah, they've done a really good job to contain all ball drives here. And then a nice back to
Kavanagh! Maybe he was dreaming of two hands. Kavanagh makes the shot. It's not all about him. Kavanagh does the right thing. Kavanagh there with the finish.
So Dunstan looking like they were going to get smoothed by these guys, but they've come back and just closed the lead now to 8.
Palmer is gutsy. He is gutsy. Look at Tamaho Palmer here. Look what's in front of him, like the crest of a wave. Now down court, it's Kavanagh here, got bumped, went wide on the square, made the shot.
A pair of Kuru Tautakus here for Palmer. These would have been important. Again, when you're given opportunities like that.
Brian Saunders sucking in the big ones, but he's been tremendous out there for Dunstan. Really has.
And good on the second Kuru Tautaku. Raumata here now, an opportunity to apply that full court pressure.
Tip it.
If I'm Raumata, I'm considering putting back in Pakurangi, who has been instrumental and brings another level of athleticism.
Tip it through the legs. Holsticks on him. Well, no, I'm sorry, that was actually Dayton Sherman. Here's fantastic finish.
Yeah, that's
there.
an athletic finish in transition. Really nice. Capitalising on the turnover.
Zimmerman, over halfway holds, being hustled, hangs onto it. Tip it. Where's Bro? He almost
Dunstan
fell
have really
over.
struggled with this Raumata pressure so far here today.
Kavanagh, the big guy, Brian Saunders, trying to boom to the basket, but now it's with Raumata.
Raumata now just choosing to set up.
And, well, we lost sight of the player there. Oh, there's a block by the big guy.
And if
Brian Saunders, here's the block shot. Watch this, Brian Saunders. Watch this huge arm. Wow.
If I'm Raumata, I'm considering putting back in Pakurangi, who has been instrumental for these guys. I think he could really help in terms of just injecting some energy.
Raro, grabbed him on the arm. Charlie the Prince. Referees, I think, have been pretty good at this tournament.
Rarawa earns himself a trip to the charity stripe.
The table officials have been pretty good too, Maya, though we tease them a little. They've been very good value.
Absolutely. And no good on that first Kuru Tautaku for Rarawa.
Raro has been very competitive. Takes the second free throw attempt. Watch Brian Saunders down low. Okay, doesn't get a chance to get into the game.
So now
ball to be inbounded.
Raumata have the opportunity to apply their full court pressure.
They stole it. That was Sherman stole the ball.
Yep, so Raumata have done a really good job.
And now Raumata punishing them again.
So just gonna jump in here. Raumata doing a really good job at applying that full court pressure, and that has been the game changer for them. Dunstan High School really struggling to get the ball over halfway with that pressure.
It just comes on you, doesn't it, Maya, like a clamp.
Yep.
How do they break that full court pressure? What do they do?
I mean, at first, it's about inbounding the ball. You've got to establish some kind of position, seal and hold before you inbound the ball. These guys are picking off their passes straight away. After that happens, then you have some kind of reversal pass, a middle flash. The best thing to do is beat the press by passing. But again, they're not even getting the ball inbounded. And you want to establish an early position so you can do so.
Good youngster. Sherman with a steal down there. And again, every offensive rebound they get, every steal they get, they go to another level, Raumata.
Yep, and that's been their biggest part of the lead they're holding here today, is that full court pressure that they're applying. And Dunstan, when they can't get the ball over halfway and the Raumata capitalise in the backcourt, Dunstan are just seeing this lead slip away from them more and more.
Well, you know, Tippett did a good job of getting the ball over halfway, and Kavanagh has to carry the ball a lot as well. But to really break the pressure, as you said, there are things tactically that they must do.
Yeah. And I'm sure Coach Darren Mills is all over it as he calls a timeout, a really well-timed one. Dunstan have done a good job to stick around, but they're just really struggling against this full-court pressure.
It is unlike anything else, full-court pressure. I remember the Hastings Boys High School pressure defense of 2000, 2001, 99. That was something. That was super heavyweight
before
pressure.
I was born.
Yeah. Well, long time ago in the national tournament, Hutt Valley High School won it that year. That was in Napier.
Kavanagh now able to get a position to inbound the ball.
Kavanagh.
Palmer does a really good job on him, though.
You love to see a skillful young player. I know this is going to sound very strange, but you love to see a good young player get hammered. And what I mean by that is that he's trying to get to the basket, trying to draw a foul. Here he holds the ball against Tamaho Palmer, but Palmer won't go away. Palmer will not go away.
Palmer's doing a really good job moving his feet and taking chest bumps. Kavanagh's really struggling.
From a long way back, that screen.
Another offensive rebound for Dunstan. They've got a few of those so far themselves.
Got to get Brian Saunders inside. There he is. Brian Saunders. Saunders. Shots up and off. Well,
couple of offensive rebounds there for Dunstan. Again, those are things you want to minimalise.
Well, That was a case there of Jeremiah Raro looking at Tamaho Palmer and wincing, and Palmer looked back at him and smiling. Turnover 34-20, 14-point game.
And we have Pakurangi back in the game. The injection of him bound to make a difference.
He's going to, you know, everything. He's going to make it hard to inbound, going to make it hard to get to the basket, hard to stop himself. Nice handle there from Herbert Nisha. Big guy Brian Saunders.
And we will have Herbert Nico go to the line for a pair of Kuruto Takus. 14-point lead for Raumata now. Just under 5 minutes left to go in this quarter. They've been pretty dominant so far here today.
Well, you know, they have the physical resources, Dunstan, if they choose to hammer the ball inside and throw their weight around. Is that something that you look at? I mean, they have the personnel to do it. They certainly have a size advantage.
You've got to take advantage of size advantage, although I think there's a lot of strength down low for this Raumata team. Maybe not the height, but they're definitely able to match the strength. Brian Saunders has struggled a little bit against it.
Well, here's Kavanagh. Again, they're going to the outside. Saunders, Brian Saunders, rebound. And fouled on the shot, driving to the basket there, Xavier Liddell. And an offensive rebound here for Dunstan, one they desperately needed.
Offensive rebounds, again, both ends have been instrumental. You're giving your team another chance at offense, and obviously it's working well for these guys. Raumata needs to do a better job at putting in the work early and boxing these guys out before they go and collect the ball.
Does it frustrate you as a coach, Maya, when your people don't box out, they don't rebound?
Absolutely, like no other. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in basketball, and I think a lot of coaches can speak to that too. And again, speaking of offensive rebounds, they need to do a better job at putting the work in early against big man Brian Saunders. Push him in to a dead zone before the shot goes up so that you can allow yourself the best position to get the rebound.
That's a 25-footer there from Kavanagh. Nothing was happening on offense, obviously. They were left with that. I wonder whether it wouldn't be a bad thing for Dunstan if Brian Saunders was to catch the ball and put it back up himself. Takes a lot of offensive rebounds and gives the ball to teammates.
An early Kura Fifi Turu there for Raumata. I think they felt like they had to throw that one up with the shot clock. Unsure if that was actually a shot clock violation, but nevertheless.
Kavanagh. I think they feared it was going to be.
I don't think the shot clock had probably been reset, but no matter. We come back down again. Raumata showing some patience here. Nice kick to the corner. And to no surprise, ball in the hands of Pakurangi. Can't get that one to go. But that's a great look, and I'd be giving to feed the ball into him in the post more often.
Mills gets it back. Another bounce pass. They're playing good basketball. That was sensational there by Dunstan.
Yep, so Dunstan on a little bit of a run right now. Raumata wanting to pull out some strings so that they can extend this lead just a little bit more.
Holst. Some great team basketball, 34-25. Pakurangi! Oh, wow! There you saw him. That was Brian Saunders off the top rope. Comes down. Pakurangi. Is he okay?
See the replay of that one.
Look at this. Imagine this, Maya. Whoa.
Yeah, Pakurangi absorbs that contact really well. So manages to get a shot off quite impressively. And good on the Kuru Totaku.
Sometimes you got to get the shot off quickly if you know what's good for you. 34-25, a 9-point game. Pakurangi here, second free throw. Where's Holst? Good box out there by Brian Saunders. He's playing really well, the big guy. Herbert Nisha.
So the clock is not going at the moment, but we are at about 3 minutes now.
Good
shot clock winding down.
Evana, nice ball, Pakurangi, Rewi holds, nice play, now Palmer, Holst, they're cooking something up here, Raumata, and also on the floor for them now is Hirota Corbett.
So really nice high-low action there for Raumata. Just a little bit of a fumble out of bounds. I'd like to see them try to get the ball inside to the high post as it is available.
He was good value for them the last time he was on the floor, Corbett, for Raumata.
Pakaurangi does what he does best, just snipes that ball off of the inbound. And look, now they are prepared.
Here's the danger on that inbounds pass, you know what I mean? Here is Mills backing up against Holst. Herbert Nisha goes left.
Pakaurangi manages to get over that screen and just, a little bit overzealous there. But
did you think that he got over that screen rather too easily?
A little bit, yeah, but I think he also fought his way through. He has an immense amount of strength and able to fight over that screen relatively well. Really impressive job there. Just gives a foul away, but ultimately did a really good job there.
Okay, here comes the inbound from Liddell.
Up screen to get Kavanagh open. Again, the main source of their offense. Not a lot of spacing going on here.
Okay, and the tray falls. That is something that they really did need.
Not a huge lead for Raumata here.
36-28 is the score. The lead is 8 points. Raumata have the ball in the very capable hands of Palmer. And now they've turned it over. Kavanagh has it. Got guys running the floor. Kavanagh holds the ball. A whistle is blown. He palmed the ball. Well, Felix Sparks there making a call on a carry. An infraction there from Kavanagh, the Dunstan captain.
Raumata looking so stoked about that one, trying to clap in his face. Now they need to capitalise here if they want to extend their lead out a little bit more. Dunstan kind of a little bit of momentum for them right now, and Pakaurangi is the guy to do that.
I think that call took everybody by surprise, it seemed to me. Wasn't one that Raumata were looking for. They have it, Mills has it, trying to get away from
Pakaurangi.
Good luck. Herbert Nisha.
Two in a row. Kuri Fifi Toru, he's catching fire a little bit now, keeping Dunstan in this game.
No trouble with range. So the three-point shooter rears his head there. Something for Dunstan. That's gold at the moment. Ball held by Palmer.
Pakaurangi does a really good job. I'd love to see a replay of that. He's wide open in the high post catch, and I'm wondering if Dunstan are going to make some kind of adjustment as he's wide open and free as a bird, catching in that high post and able to just do whatever he wants out of that.
Phenomenal finish. Do they need a Brian Saunders there, Maya, to take a step out?
Yeah, you really need to catch him early on that. He's wide open on the free throw line, and as soon as he's turning and facing the basket, he's able to do really anything he wants with the quicker first step.
He can also adjust.
Yep, and you just can't allow the catch originally. It's going to be much easier for Dunstan if they just don't allow a catch.
Well, Mills there might have been hit on the hands. Might have been, but wasn't. Dunstan. That's Mills. Be looking here for a Herbert Nish, who shot the ball well lately. Another three. This one a little to the right of the ring.
Heat check though, rightfully so with that shot.
And to the basket in absolutely breathtaking style. Te Kohu Moana Palmer. Oh, look at that. How's that for an effort? What a magnificent effort. Te Kohu Moana Palmer. That's what you call putting your body on it. Man, that's and bit some wood. Look at this. Watch this dive. Watch him dive. Oh, man.
I love the system that these two Kura, Kaupapa, Maori or Raumata guys play within. All really keen defensively and all really on the same page in terms of their backcourt defense.
Mills needs some player movement. Nobody's rotating on offense. Now to Kavanagh. Settle, he says. Kavanagh, the three is a big one. Magnificent shot there by Kavanagh. Hey, they spoil us here. Mom, what did you get? Lollies. You got lollies. What did I get? Oh, I got biscuits. Here now is
Pakaurangi.
Pakaurangi made the shot.
Looking at him like he's too small. He's holding up the sign saying, "You're too little." And we see that replay here again.
Pakaurangi, the Patriot, Pakaurangi, and scores. I love it.
Great spin move there and absorbing the contact, and again just shows the Dunstan opposition saying, "You're too little."
This guy, he's amazing.
A really instrumental part of their offense. And they really struggle to guard him. They just don't have anyone to match it.
Long ball down to Herbert Nisha, and he balances himself. I thought that was a pretty good shot attempt.
Yep.
45-34 at the break for half-time.
We will be back after some ads.
Fancy for me. I would have done a, hey look, Felix, they brought us some food.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to Kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.
We had to make sure from the beginning, yep, this is what we're going to do and we're going to go all in. So I was so determined to have this pepe.
Puro pepe, ki whakaata Māori me Māori Plus.
This isn't an ad about four-wheel drives. It's about knowing the place, as well as the locals.
You found the place. That's a good start.
Hey, sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through a tough time. It's a real privilege, but you know, for us, we want to see others get involved in this. This is not a selfish thing for Apollo. This is about how can we get, whether it's construction or other businesses, to get involved in this.
There's a lot of things that kids miss out on, and so to have businesses step up and want to be involved and to help is a game changer for schools. It really is.
The bait is over.
What I can almost guarantee is there's going to be some good fish here today.
Tuna in every 2 days.
I was pretty excited actually. We were from 0 to 100 real quick.
For a real good time.
All guns blazing. Yeah, my technique
Sorry.
was me. Not.
Wild 2 day. Ki whakaata Māori.
Another day in paradise.
Well, we're back. It's been rollicking action here on Court 5. It always is. Not quite sure why that is, but 45-34. Maya Williamson, Dunstan showed some real competitive spirit and some character to come back.
Absolutely, they did a really good job. It looked like Raumata were getting away with it when they got out to a 10-0 run at the start of the game. But Dunstan have done a good job to now stay within it and minimalise some of the ways that Raumata was doing a good job at scoring at.
They do look to me, Raumata, like a team, Maya, that if you let them run, they'd go crazy and end up, you know, putting up 30 points in a period.
Oh,
if
yeah,
you
absolutely.
didn't get a clamp on them.
Absolutely, I totally agree. But Raumata have been really awesome, in specific Pakurangi, especially just coming alive in those last few minutes here. They injected him back in the ball game after he sat for a little bit, and he's just able to score pretty much any time he wants to, especially with that and one at the end of the quarter, calling his opposition too little.
Our referees have been very good. Charlie De Prince and Felix Sparks have covered themselves in glory here in the first half. Second half, going to be exciting. And they're a big part of it. You know what? They say it counts, it counts. They say no basket, no basket. So they are important. Half a minute before we get back going again, Maya. The boys, they don't want to get off the floor. That was little Dayton Sherman out there shooting.
Love to see it.
In the States, they call them gym rats.
Gym
Kids that
rats.
live in the gym and just will not go home. It's a wonderful thing to have a passion for something you look forward to, something you get to share in team sport, the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, and people that can pick you back up.
Totally agree. Dunstan High School look like they're going to start with possession here. Wouldn't be surprised if the ball goes into the hands of Kevner, who has been instrumental for this Dunstan offence.
Mills the inbound and sticking to him, Pakorangi. That's Herbert Nish, who shot the ball so well towards the end of the second period. There's a three from Kavanagh. Kavanagh hits the front loose. Can Dunstan get an offensive rebound? No. These guys can run the floor, but you miss layups.
Too athletic for his own good, I think.
Herbert Nisha. That's a great pass. Great pass there by Herbert Nisha. Unfortunately, Xavier Liddell. The defense was in front of him. Raro. Jeremiah Raro over there on the left. Now Holst.
And Palmer doing a really good job. Palmer doing a really good job at taking lead of this team here. He's been really good point guard, displaying a lot of patience, and I really like what I'm seeing from him.
Maturity.
Some nice on.
Oh, what a pass! Talk about a pass there from Palmer. Getting the ball inside somehow.
We'll see a replay of that one. A really nice usage of the on-ball screen. Initially, Pakurangi rolls, and then we have another dive off a cross screen. And that's some really nice offense actions happening on both sides, and the defense is struggling to deal with that one.
The wonderful skill of the young man there with a pass there. Maya, what a pass.
Absolutely. And Kuru Tautaku good there for Te Koho Moana Palmer.
Tell you what, this has been exciting, this Dunstan versus Raumata. Can't really sit still.
No good on that one, but Pakurangi competes for the offensive rebound. Can't get it though. Dunstan now have an opportunity to get their first points of the quarter.
Cade Robertson out there now too for Dunstan.
Well, it won't come easy because Raumata's full court pressure has been punishing.
Herbert Nisha there. He's got people on him. He had Palmer on him.
Palmer just stripping him clean. That's incredible.
Palmer. Pakorangi making a turn. Seems to have so many options, you know. He can fall back to the baseline, get into the middle, and seems to have soft touch on the release.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with his footwork as well. His ability to play off two. Comes to a nice stop there. Little rondo action, and able to finish through a contest.
To be honest, I really like the vibe that I get from Pakurangi. He's just a good guy.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he loves what he's doing.
Absolutely, and it looks like he's been a really great leader with his team. I've seen him communicating offensively and defensively and within timeouts and everything. So, yeah, a really great example of a great basketball player we have here today.
You want that positive attitude. There's Mills trying to get it in bounds. Does so to Kavanagh. I thought he did well to get the ball in bounds, but it was such a difficult situation that in the end Kavanagh, couldn't help but spill the ball.
Raumata just eating apart Dunstan here. They're really struggling to get anything over halfway and get into any offense. So Raumata just applying some intense pressure.
Now, just a technical question, but I think it's quite important. Has the rule changed as regards an inbounds pass on a made basket? If there is a make, is the guy inbounding the ball still allowed to move up and down the end line? Well, they're not doing it. I think that's one of the reasons they get into trouble on the inbound sometimes. Dunstan, there's a basket scored, they get the ball under the hoop. For a start, when they get the ball under the hoop, it's very hard to throw a pass, you know what I mean?
Yeah, partially that, and also partially Dunstan need to do a better job at getting open themselves. Kevin is just running away from the ball, and Raumata's allowing them to throw that long pass, baiting them into a turnover.
From memory, you couldn't run one way on the baseline then run back this way. Once you'd gone one way or you'd stop, that was it.
I believe you can go both ways now.
Okay.
But I think the easiest way to do it to save time and energy is to get your people who are receiving the inbound to seal an established position early to allow an easier catch off the inbound.
There is an art to inbounding the ball. It's not as easy as some people might think. Okay, excellent play there from Zimmerman.
And that's great on-ball defense.
He went up for the dunk shot there, Pakorangi. Missed the dunk, but Raro there.
So despite the missed dunk, That was an incredible defensive position here. Hopefully we're going to see a replay of that. Pakurangi with some initial great defense and a run and jump causes the turnover.
I've got no problem with that because, to be honest, Pakurangi, for him that would be a high percentage shot, and also with the way he's hustled and worked really hard, you know, you can live with him missing the odd shot like that.
Well, luckily his teammate Raroa was there to clean up with the O-board and get himself to the free throw line.
That's the other thing. They rebound at both ends. Now Herbert Nisha to inbound the ball. So Tippett. Pakurangi there with a steal.
And a really
Caught
nice pass.
Palmer was hit hard, no call. Bumped into the hip there of, it looked to be Jackson Bastow. Bastow has the ball.
2 bunnies missed there.
He's the survivor, Herbert Nisha. Down the right side, Tippett wide open. Tippett was open over here on the left.
Palmer doing a good job to contest that, but gets the foul call.
These guys are not playing as if it's early in the third period.
And we're going to see a timeout called, a wahiki called by Raumata. They have a 16-point lead with just under 8 minutes past, so 8 minutes to go.
You in this situation, Maya, as a coach, would you be score-focused or how you're playing? If you're score-focused, obviously they're up by 16 points. Or would you say, hey, let's just have a look at some of our turnovers and the things we're doing on the floor?
Are you speaking about Raumata? Yeah. I think, you know, when you're in a timeout, you definitely don't want to focus on too many things. I think the best thing that's happening for them is they're creating easy baskets for themselves out of the turnovers they're creating in their backcourt defense. So obviously I think that would be their number one priority right now. If you can continue to create easy transition baskets off of turnovers in the backcourt, why would you not? But otherwise, yeah, you've got to look after the ball.
Is there anything you'd see as a pressing must-do that Raumata are not doing at the moment?
I think they're doing a really good job, honestly. I mean, obviously it's the second part. They're doing a really good job in their front court, but obviously you have to do the 28 feet of the basketball court. So you're doing a really good job at applying pressure off the inbound, but you've got to make sure your backline guys are able to rotate as well and disallow any offense if Dunstan do break it.
To be honest, some of that speaks to the fitness and that, you know, the ability of those guys to run Raumata, because the kind of pressure that they're applying and, you know, their energy, their high tempo game, you just can't do that if you know, if you're the Teletubbies, you just can't do it. Those guys can run the floor. And man, are their hands quick. They're sharp.
Dunstan High School will have 15 seconds of the possession here.
Herbert Nisha has the ball. Herbert Nisha, a good wide dribble. Tippett lost the ball. Here's Palmer with Pakurangi as the trailer. And he gets the ball and he puts it back up.
And one, baby. Pakurangi there to clean up the miss and get a bucket of his own. A great park gets there off an offensive two-upper by Pakurangi.
Very hard. They knew too, Dunstan, at that point, when the initial field goal attempt was missed and Pakurangi had run the floor, they knew that they were on a hiding to nothing. Here now is Pakurangi, no three-point play.
Dunstan will have an opportunity to chip away at this lead a little bit more. Raumata kind of running away with it a little bit more now.
Okay, Jackson Bastow with a save. They're running hard. That's our host. There to Raroa.
Raroa, an incredible finish.
And right underneath it was the bobbing head of Pakurangi. Herbert Nisha. Take him on the... Oh, beautiful move! Herbert Nisha, beautiful move! That's a change of pace.
Raumata now out to an almost 20-point lead.
Raroa, who's himself a supreme athlete.
Yeah, there's a team of athletes here with this Raumata team. As
Raroa.
we see one go himself now, Raroa. A really nice finish inside. He's been able to operate out of the high post really efficiently today. Not much of an answer here from Dunstan.
These guys seem to spend as much time on the floor, and when I say on the floor, I mean on their backs on the floor and tummies on the floor as they do on their feet. Raumata, but they don't stay down long.
Palmer able to pick that off. Good
Palmer
screen
taking
coverage.
the ball against Bastow.
Oh, no foul call there at all. A lot of physicality, but Rarawa is able to come in transition. He's done a really good job at finishing with pace on his right hand.
I thought Tippett was going to get the inbound, but it's Bastow. Bastow, good pass there to Nisha. Herbert Nisha makes the shot. Got a little bump. Now it's a 20-point game. 58-38. Dunstan have to do two things. They have to stop Raumata from scoring, especially off turnovers. And they need to find some more scoring. That was Holst. Looked as if he had turned it over. Palmer, right side, looking for Pakurangi.
I like the usage of the on-ball screen. Pakurangi and Palmer are a really good duo for that. Only 1.4 seconds left on the shot clock here. They're going to have to throw something up.
Whatever it is, it's going to have to be good.
Enough time for a catch and shoot with 1.4 seconds.
Okay, the inbound to come from Palmer. Palmer to inbound. 1.4.
Bit of miscommunication.
Bastow, bounce pass, and Dunstan. Nice pass there from Bastow.
Raumata now with an 18-point lead and a lovely dish pass. Matu Phillips Toda with a nice finish and a great find from Palmer, more notably.
He looks like a handful, Matu Phillips Toda. Tippett, the careworn Tippett. It has been a hard game. Does it with a smile. Here now with the inbound is Zimmerman. Zimmerman holds, Tippett has it. Pakurangi with him, just won't give up, just won't let up on Tippett.
Nice
Zimmerman.
flash.
Nice handle also in the game, and 21 is Thomas Patrick.
Yeah, that was a really good job. A nice cross-court flash from Patrick, and then a little dump-off pass to Zimmerman with a great finish. That's really, really nice. Have a good small win there for Dunstan.
Well, you know, Zimmerman deserves that. He's taken one or two knocks, and nice that Patrick comes in, and straight away something positive for his team.
Absolutely.
3-point play there. Okay, Zimmerman. 17-point lead. Third period. Just under 5 minutes left to play in the period.
Dunstan applying some full court pressure of their own right now, which I really appreciate. I like that they've matched that of Raumata. Handled well.
Timothy Walker got a screen from Hirota Corbett. And up with the big guy again, Matu Phillips Toda. And he looks like an impressive player.
Uses the on-ball screen well and able to create a little mid-range for himself. No good though.
Walker, Dunstan got to make the most of this. Dunstan, that's Zimmerman. Zimmerman trying to bump Pakurangi off.
Patrick in here, not an overly huge guy, manages to get an offensive two-upper and a turnover straight away for Raumata. So Dunstan could capitalise here and bring within 15.
You know, the truth is Raumata, they don't need to force the pass because they've got athletes that can run.
Totally.
And can even take the lob pass. You know, it doesn't need to be scrappy.
Totally. Surprised that Kavanagh has had such an elongated break on the bench for Dunstan. I thought we might see him a little bit earlier.
Tippett, Bastow and Zimmerman have played well. Three slightly smaller players for this Dunstan team. Ball with Morgan, Tumaro Morgan. Here now is Holst. Holst looks inside, brings the dribble back.
Well defended by Zimmerman.
Oh, now gets an easy layup. What happened there? I mean, they didn't switch. What happened?
I think there may have been a little bit of a miscommunication. Raumata, maybe like a cheeky little bump screen. Worked really well for them in the end, though.
I enjoyed that from Leif Tippett. Took it to the basket. He always knew exactly what he was going to get. He knew what was coming. He gritted his teeth. Took the ball down the middle. And now it's at the line.
Pair of Kuru Tautokus here for Zippet. And no good on the first. Sorry, Tippett, not Zippet.
Sometimes you've just got to take it on the chin. I admire that from Tippett.
And good on the second. So 1 from 2. Raumata looking to clap back here. I like that Dunstan has applied full court pressure, and
Holst.
Zimmerman doing a good job to stay in front of Holst there.
Yeah, Zimmerman, he wouldn't be easy to keep up with either, Holst. Now,
Great
pass! That's one of the passes of this game this morning, and it is a sad thing.
Holst has done a really
made.
good job at penetrating to dish. Not an overly huge guy, and he's not even looking to finish. He's doing a really good job of getting downhill and recognising where his kickouts are on the three-point line, or if he's got a nice little dump down pass to the dunker spot. And he did a really, really good job there.
The skill level from these Raumata lads, the passing skills are passes that'll live long in the memory. These guys can do that. One from Palmer, one from Holst. They've got good basketball knowledge.
Yep.
They have been well coached.
Totally. Credit to Kiriti Rau Tangata, head coach. Obviously done a really good job with these guys. Didn't qualify last year, and now to be about to be undefeated on day 2.
There's always been a huge passion, you know, for basketball in Rotorua.
Yeah.
Mark Ellis is here as well with Rotorua boys. Tippett finding Zimmerman. Okay, and he was standing out. That's not the first time we've seen that, actually, Maya, is it? We've seen people be unaware of which line is which.
Yep, that's my pet peeve as a coach. Hate that one. Always gets under your skin.
Just got to check that out. I mean, this one's fairly obvious, the blue and the black. Holst trying to draw Zimmerman further away from the basket.
A nice little dump pass again. Dunstan, no communication in their backline defense.
Jeremiah Raro is impressive here. Got the pass up the floor and a brilliant finish. That was Jackson Bastow. You know, it is a big margin. It's 20 points, but they're still working, Dunstan. They are still working and working hard. This is Holst, guarded by Zimmerman. Zimmerman stays with him. Okay, and they've, well, he wanted the steal there. He almost had it, Jackson Bastow.
Raumata will have 9 seconds to work with here in this offense. Plenty of time.
Bastow looks like a busy player. Jeremiah Raro has the ball. Back a turn against Mills. Tried to hook the ball, and that was very well read by Mills. That steal wasn't a result of a fluke happenstance. Turnover, 66-46.
Nice job to recover from that one. He turns the ball over, but does a good job to disallow the trans there. I like that. And Kavanagh will come back in the game alongside Bryant Saunders and Herbert Nico, who caught fire early in the game.
Darren Mills, what I am enjoying watching Coach Mills, he is still, when I say he's still coaching, what I mean is he is still looking at the situation, the matchups he's got, you know, whether or not guys are playing to structure. Be a hard-working coach, that's what you've got to do.
Bardoa has just been incredible. His ability to get on the rim and finish has been really, really nice, and they're unable to stop it. Don't really think they have the speed and athleticism to keep up with him.
Kavanagh, one-footer, Kavanagh, rebound, Kavanagh. Herbert Nisha, Kavanagh shoots, Kavanagh 3.
Kavanagh with the kuri whawhituru. Any inch of space and he's going to pull. You've got to make sure you close that gap and keep a hand.
Well, right now it's a 19-point gap.
High on ball, a little horn set here. It's going to go back to Benji Holst.
Holst, well, I thought he might have got some wrist there, Mills, to be honest, just a little. Holst skipping into the middle.
Wow, that's incredible. A little bit congested in there, but he manages to find some space.
That was artistic, honestly.
Yep. Manages to find some
artistry.
space in there for BG Holst himself. Creates it completely off the dribble by himself. That was really impressive.
You encourage, if you're going to do the right thing by the game, you've got to encourage guys to use their skills and the footwork, the flair. Here it is, Benji Holst, watch this. Mara?
Really nice.
One thought does not make a summer, but that there, lovely finish from Benji Holst. 70-49, 21-point lead now
And looks like we're in the bonus, so Dunstan High School will go to the line for 2. Kavanagh. Good on the first kuru tautaku.
Now to 20, just to get it to 19. Guys have got to believe. Thomas Patrick out there, 21. Also out there in 17, Ferdinand Kandler. Ferdinand up there for the offensive rebound, but the ball went long. Off the backboard, then the rim.
Benji Holmes with the ball in hand, to no surprise.
Benji, the worker of wonders, guarded by Mills, gets around Mills and makes the shot.
He's done a really good job at penetrating. He's able to create everything for himself off the dribble, and then contests there once again in the backcourt.
Created a steal, now Raro. Raro Hall's got a guy underneath. Just for a moment, there was a flicker of hope. Get the ball inside again. Raro to Benji. Benji a 3. Benji hits the front there, Benji Holst. Mills there. Cleverly remembered not to get a touch on the ball. 72-50.
Hopefully Dunstan can cook something up here for the end of this third quarter.
Just hard for Dunstan to get close, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think Raumata a lot deeper than Dunstan are. Many offensive threats. Dunstan probably don't have the depth to match that.
I wonder when we'll see Brian Saunders again. He certainly made a difference while he was out there. This is Kavanagh guarded by Benji. Kavanagh.
Looking to cook.
Strong play.
Can't create much. Going to have to get something up here.
Well, there he took a bump there. Got a shot up and that hit the back irons.
Yeah, really, really well defended by Benji. Stays in front of him and keeps a hand the entire time. Kavanagh had to throw up a really difficult contested shot.
Wonderful player, and this is a great team, Dunstan. But there are sometimes just split seconds in a game where you must feel so alone. And in that instance, Kavanagh there having to take a tough shot off the sideline, hits the back iron. I mean, obviously, if he had somebody to pass the ball to, he would have.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. A quick wahike here, a timeout. Not sure who called it, sorry. But they will take some time to regain 3 seconds through to the end of this third quarter. Maybe drawing up a play for a last-minute heave.
Now, Maya, your involvement with basketball, player, referee, I mean, you would have refereed at some level,
yep.
Scoring. What do you tell a bench? If you're the one organising a tournament, say, hey, boys, what message do you give the table officials?
Don't take any crap from any coaches. Coaches, they like to abuse when they get a little bit angry, but, I mean, at the end of the day, you're doing the job. Don't listen to anyone. But, yeah, I mean, it's always fun, and you just don't want to crumble under any pressure.
Do you tell them no phones?
Yep, no phones during play, obviously. Got to stay focused.
Don't spill anything on the score table.
That's always a good one too.
72-50 inbound. Holst halfway! Hits the backboard out on the right. Been looking there at Felix Sparks for a call. Felix smiles broadly. 72-50. The end of the period.
Yeah, Raumata just absolutely dominated out in that one. Looking to be the classier team and probably going to sail to victory if Dunstan don't make some quick changes here.
I think that Dunstan would be doing well if they cut the lead, and by game's end, they'd cut the lead to 10 points.
Yeah, absolutely. And you never know what could happen. Again, 20 points is not a huge deficit to be down by, but Raumata have a lot of momentum right now and have shown to be the dominant side here today.
Pakaurangi, couple of dunks.
Yeah, and I've been really impressed with what I've seen from Pakaurangi, and then most recently Benji Holst has been incredible, creating off the dribble for himself, able to penetrate and finish both sides of the basket under pressure.
Passes the ball well.
Yep, absolutely. He's done a really good job at able to penetrate. Here we see a nice view of all the wonderful courts we have here in the Central Energy Trust Arena in Palmy.
This place is so big. You know, back home in Gisborne, we love the YMCA, but the truth is we wouldn't mind a 3 or 4 court stadium. Yep. We wouldn't mind it. I don't think, well, I mean, this place has got so many courts you could get lost, but certainly a 3 or 4 court stadium back home would be very welcome.
It is nice to have great arenas like this, and the Central Energy Trust Arena here in Palmerston North has 8 courts. So it really is a perfect venue for a tournament like this.
You know, I got here early this morning with the boys to set up, just us and the cleaners, and even in the air you could, you know, the excitement, the anticipation, the fact that there is a tournament going on and there are people coming in.
Yeah, there's nothing like the feels of tournament, that's for sure.
It's great to be part of. It's great
Absolutely.
to see.
Totally agree. One last quarter here in the matchup between Dunstan High and Te Kura Kaupapa Maori o Raumata.
Here's Kyle Bryant Saunders will start this fourth period.
Pakaurangi in front of us here, who's been instrumental for these guys. Every injection of him has brought buckets, pakites to the table.
Also remembering though, from the point of view of both teams, got other games to play today. They don't want to run him out of gas.
Totally.
They're going to need him to play above himself.
Nice ball movement.
And the little lefty gets a jumper off. That was Sherman.
Offensive two-rapper.
Nice put back there, Harota Corbett.
Really like the ball movement there from Raumata.
Long pass down the floor. Potential there. There was the potential there, Maya, for an incredible collision. A collision of biblical proportions, but thank goodness.
I'm glad we avoided that.
It didn't.
Raumata again with some full court pressure. That's been their big kicker today.
74-50. That's Palmer on the left to Maro Morgan. Morgan now Pakaurangi.
And to no surprise, he earns himself another trip to the charity stripe.
Some of the skills that I know my players in this era don't really enjoy practicing sliding your feet.
Yep.
And sometimes the likes of Pakaurangi, I mean, to try and jump and block the shot in midair is hard work, but players don't seem to like to practice sliding these days.
No, everyone likes to practice offense, that's for sure. What I'd like to see from Dunstan is either disallowing a catch altogether in that high post, or as he catches it, take a step off and bait him into shooting that. I haven't seen him attempt anything outside of the charge circle here today, so maybe baiting him into a high post shot instead of letting him get to the rim.
Whistle there from this position. Can't see the hands of Felix Sparks, the referee, clearly.
I think that was a rebounding foul on number 11, Horu Utsa Corbett. Just a little bit overzealous there in his box out, most likely.
Okay, and a steal turnover here. Morgan getting inside to Pakaurangi.
He loves the free throw line. Feel like he's been living it today.
I love the closeness of this team. You watch this. Pakaurangi attempts to make the shot. You might see him get some skin from Dighton Sherman. No, you won't see that, but these guys are, as a smaller school, very close-knit.
Yep, cool to see. And that's the great relationships that basketball can foster. Good on the first Kuru Tautaku there for Pakaurangi.
I think competitive sport, competitive team sport especially, brings out the best in people. The best and the worst, to be honest.
That's true.
Bryant Saunders. They will inbound the ball. Well, he stepped. I don't know. Did you see what I just saw? There was a foot over the sideline there.
Picked off. Mills. Dante Sherman away with the races.
And makes the shot. Sherman rewarded for a great attitude and hard work. Bounce pass there. Here's Mills. Is it down the floor? Mills. Pakaurangi in front of him. That's a shot option and falls there for Xavier Liddell.
I feel like I haven't even seen Dunstan High School really have an offensive position until just then.
27 behind.
Raumata have been absolutely dominating the first couple of minutes of this quarter.
Pakaurangi coming around to the left is Morgan. And there's Pakaurangi again.
Slams it down, the first dunk of this game. Incredible work from the very athletic Pakaurangi.
Did it effortlessly. Another steal. Palmer out on the left. Palmer now he throws it down. Pakaurangi did it. Now Palmer's done it.
And again the steal.
Pakaurangi. Ooh.
And to no surprise, a timeout called by Coach Darren Mills. Dunstan, they need a break. We're going to see that one again.
Yeah, here's Palmer coming from the left.
Incredible work.
Another angle, we've got another angle. Maya, watch this.
Wow, that's a really athletic play. Palmer's not a huge guy. It's hard to tell on the screen, but yet we will see it once again because why not?
That's what we live for.
Dunstan High School, a really well-timed timeout there. They've just really struggled offensively in this first few minutes of this quarter. They've barely been able to get the ball over halfway, and Raumata have absolutely capitalised on everything, picking them apart, and then 2 incredible dunks in a row. They've gained so much momentum, so Dunstan need a break to figure things out a little bit.
With a view to this afternoon, Maya, what would you say now to these guys? Okay, you've had your fun. Let's make sure that we don't allow ourselves to get too loose, or what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you want to put your foot down, but I think the biggest thing is he's probably just going to chuck his boys on who don't get as many minutes.
Yes.
To preserve the energy of these guys for a more important game. They do remain undefeated in their pool, so I'm imagining they'll have a couple of tougher games to come in order to seed them.
You can't take any game easily, but the truth is their lead is now such that it is well nigh impossible.
Yeah.
But that's the nice turn here from Tippett. Tippett, man, if he'd have made that, that would have been a crazy shot. Tippett there. I don't know how he got that high. Something else. So Kavanagh. Kavanagh gets one away to Zimmerman. Zimmerman hits the front. And now they run. This is Morgan. That's
great take.
How about that from
It's a really
Palmer?
nice finish.
To Kohumoana Palmer.
And again, the anticipation of these Raumata boys.
Oh, and he was out of court.
The anticipation of these Raumata boys is very impressive. They're able to pick passes away that they see and reading the offense as they go. It's really incredible, a great skill to have.
I think down here on this sideline, Maya, to be honest, they flirted with the sideline a couple of times.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, maybe sometimes you need a break. Here now is Tippett. Screen set by Kavanagh. Tippett with Bryant Saunders. Comes out high to set the screen. Kavanagh, here comes the screen from Bryant Saunders. Kavanagh 3. Loose ball, it falls to Raumata. Benji Holst.
Raumata doing a good job slowing the ball down here. They're able to score in transition, but looking to walk up in the half court.
Rado also out there in 4 again. Timothy Waka. Nice pass there. Rado's got to bring it. Rado makes the shot. Under significant pressure. Makes a difficult shot. 91-52. The Madrick 100 beckons here for Raumata. That's a bounce pass up the floor to Liddell. Liddell sadly can't make the shot. Not for lack of effort.
It's really punishing being a team down by 40 and you're unable to convert easy layups like that. It's really, really hard and super disheartening.
Some days it's just not your day. And Dunstan, remember, this is day 2. They've got much more ball to play today. 91-52. It's 39 points. A big scoreboard.
Back in a 2-3 zone here, Dunstan. Making some kind of adjustment. Kind of have to in this point. You've got to kind of throw everything you possibly can just to make something work.
Well, I think a very interesting player back on the floor now. Matthew Phillips-Toda, number 13 for Raumata. I was impressed by the strong way that he took the ball to the basket earlier. Zimmerman.
Well done there, Zimmerman, breaking through the Raumata.
That was glorious. He left everybody else standing still.
He's been really good for Dunstan, and I really like the way that he's continued to fight, playing good defense, and also a really good penetrator offensively.
Okay, Morgan there, turnover, nice steal there by the big guy, Bryant Saunders. Here now is Kavanagh. Kavanagh got to the basket. Couldn't make the shot, but the captain trying very, very hard for Dunstan.
Yeah, really good job there. Able to, again, absorb the contact, extend out again. Yep, I like that little veer step. A little bit of jelly on that one. Earns himself a trip to the charity stripe. Just short on that one, though.
Wonderful stuff. Kavanagh, the names, years to come. Remember the names, Kavanagh. Pakaurangi.
Tristan Waka unable to grab that with two hands. Dunstan will have 14 seconds on the shot clock here to kick up a possession.
Continuing to show character, true southern grit. Alexandra, lovely spot. Been there once or twice, and very nice people too. Great hosts. Kavanagh to the free throw line, past it. Kavanagh.
Nice little jelly on that one. A cheeky double clutch finish. Kavanagh, an incredible player and a big source of the offense here for Dunstan.
Cole Moana got to the basket. Brian Saunders has played well. Here now, Leaf Tippett over halfway. The good hands. Kavanagh. Kavanagh a three. Kavanagh hits the front. One or two awkward shot options for Dunstan now, but they're doing their best. Fighting hard against Raumata.
Raumata
showing composure.
Really just dominating this ball game. They've really come to play in the second half, and Dunstan really just don't have an answer for it.
Well, that was a turnover from Raumata that I didn't expect.
Dunstan doing a good job at kind of chipping in where they can, able to get little buckets here and there. You always want to finish respectably in a game like this and take the small wins that you can get. Well, nice high post flash there and entry pass. Really well done. I like that little shot option there.
Great lead. Oh, great pass by the big guy. Call there is a travel. Felix Sparks, and you know what? That was the correct call. Brian Saunders threw him a long pass. I feel for the youngster. Tried his heart out. 91-58.
Tamaho Palmer returning back in the ball game after his huge slam earlier. Now walking the ball up.
You think they'll replay that, Dun?
I think we've seen it enough, but I'm sure we'll see some other great things from Tamaho Palmer. Number 4, the Timothy Waka with a Kura Whiwhitoro attempt.
No, I mean the boys after this, I think they'll rewind it. The guys that made those shots.
It's going on the Instagram for sure.
Kavanagh, still shot. Oh, nice move by Kavanagh. Kavanagh though again, lucklessly. Oh, the big guy, Brian Saunders. Brilliant defense. Oh, what magnificent hustle there from Brian Saunders. The great-hearted Brian Saunders.
Ben loves Brian Saunders, if you guys couldn't tell already.
Look at this. That's what I call commitment.
Timothy Waka to inbound here. Tamaho Palmer, who has been an incredible point guard and floor general for Raumata.
They're a neat team to watch, Raumata. Well, that was just a bit of trouble there. Timothy Waka. That was Hirota Corbett, got the pass back out. This is Corbett again, puts a shot up. Hard-working player, that's it. Hard-working player.
Totally agree.
Patrick looks out right side. Ferdinand Candler out there in 17 again. Zimmerman coming around left. Candler from the corner. Candler, nice rebound there by Corbett. Ball in the hands of Waka. 91-58. 2.5 minutes left.
An absolute clinic here today from these Raumata boys. Well fought by Dunstan, and they're doing a good job to stay in it and stay competitive. But Raumata have put on an absolute class display of basketball here today.
Love the turn from Tristan Waka. Pass to Palmer. Palmer, jump
Lovely
pass back.
Drive and kick action there. Kura Whiwhitoro for Rewe Bryant, created by teammate Tamaho Palmer with a really nice penetration and kick.
Got a strong whistle there. I wonder what it was for. Okay.
Kura Whiwhitoro.
You know, obviously, as a younger player, there are senior players who play a lot of minutes, but when you come up with something, you produce something, it just gives you that little bit of motivation, that little bit of encouragement.
Yep, absolutely. Totally agree. Nice little left-hand lay there.
Now Dayton Sherman is back out there. I think he might have had a jumper earlier as well.
I think so. I think you're right.
94-60. Sherman. 3-point shooter there with Brian.
Raumata, patient as ever. Only 6 seconds to work with here, but Palmer will cook something up.
Palmer turnover. Now Kavanagh! Kavanagh in the open court! Kavanagh pinned himself to the front of the rim. Oh, Kavanagh, my heart bleeds. Honestly, 96-60. 33 points.
Raumata aiming for that 100-point mark.
Now 35. Here's Herbert Nisha. Long pass up to Patrick. Patrick trying to produce something. Made field goal. Ferdinand Candler. Candler comes to the party for this Dunstan team, who are exhausted, not quite out on their feet, but they're defiant.
Oh, whoopsie daisies. Classic mistake at the end of the game. Ball just goes straight through his hands.
Hand to head.
And I think he gets...
What happened?
Whoopsie daisies. It happens. We're humans.
Yeah, 62. 98 behind Dunstan. 98-62. Raumatara up. Here's Herbert Nisha. Nisha steps to the right. Air ball. That's not really Herbert Nisha. Well, it was, but he shot the ball really well today.
Yep.
Not just today, this morning. I mean, we are very early in the day's proceedings, but it can only get better if you're a Dunstan. They've been gutsy. There's a Sherman. Loose ball and just ripped it out of midair there. Timothy Walker. He wanted it more. Sherman up for the layup. Couldn't make it. Now running is Patrick. Patrick, I thought I heard a whistle, another phantom whistle. So many whistles. Herbert Nisha steps left. It's a jump past Candler. It's a Candler. Candler, nice rebound there. There we
Raumata will have the last possession of the ball game.
What a basket for the 100, 98-62. There we go, hold the ball. Dayton Sherman.
So they are going to try to get to the 100 mark, but do not do so.
98-62. Raumata, a tremendous win here. The first half, they put their stamp on the game early, their stamp of authority really in the first period. And Dunstan worked extremely hard to stick with them, put up 62 points, 98-62. A fair and accurate reflection of the difference between the teams this morning, in this game at least.
Congratulations to Kura, Kaupapa Maori o Raumata with a really great win over Dunstan this morning. They will now proceed to 3-0, and Dunstan, I'm sure, will hunt for another win later today.
They would be on cloud nine. They wouldn't be able to sit still, these guys, Raumata.
Absolutely, and don't go anywhere. We have a little bit of a break, but back at 2:15. We've got some more great basketball with Mount Roskill Grammar versus St. Bed's College. I'm not going to be there for that one, but Ben, you will be.
I will be there. You probably need a break from me, Maya. You can't have too much Ben O'Brien leaf. It's got to be said. So Raumata, deserved winners here on Whakata Māori, here on YouTube live stream. Two courts in use during this tournament. Again, that wasn't going to happen, but it has happened in response to popular demand.
Noho ora mai rā, everyone, and thank you for tuning in.
Felix, good game, Felix. Next one I've got Mount Roskill and Leeds, but that's at 2:15. Today, I've got a couple they've got a sweet little spa bar. Everything is on 2 floors on the beach upstairs. So I've got to go up the stairs. Hey, but guess what I have got? I've got a fridge by the beach. And I've got a TV by the spot. Ordered breakfast this morning. Poached eggs, mushroom sauce.
Okay, guys, twice the sell. We've got pasta as well. Ladies and gentlemen,
This isn't about what we wore back in the day.
we're going to go now. Going once, going twice. No more offers. Sold!
It's about being trusted to get a better result for our clients since 1973.
Funding is a real challenge. We know that a lot of schools face that ongoing, and the reality is if you go to a lower decile school in New Zealand, you are less likely to be able to afford to participate in sport.
Obviously, having come through it myself with kids and being one of those kids myself who played sport, I know how much it defined who I was. And now being able to go, I can't fix it all, but we can help and try and give to those people who are going through really tough times.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
I just want to thank New Zealand Carbon Farming for taking the initiative and supporting schools like ours.
It's really important they have that outlet to come to Kura for another reason other than curriculum, and for some reason in our water our kids just breathe sport, and having that resource here makes life that much more enjoyable and they can keep doing what they're good at.
Having this funding, being able to use it specifically targeting sport is hugely beneficial.